And here we go. We are live. It is OC joining you live from OC Studio. It is Tuesday, the 11th of November, 2025. In the United States, it is Veterans Day. So please think about the men and women of the armed forces who supported freedom and made the ultimate sacrifice. We do honor and support you. Take a moment, guys, to celebrate the sacrifices of our brave men and women who defend our freedom at home and abroad. Now, with that being said, we've got a killer show. I have to make a few announcements before we get started. Three specific announcements. Number one, this stream will go members only. So if you are watching this live or watching this on the replay, it could go members only at any time. So if you have a star next to your name, you're a member. I really do appreciate all the members. This channel, and I've said it before, is the #1 live stream channel on YouTube in membership engagement. 7.4% of all subscribers to this channel are actually paid members. There's no other channel on YouTube that live streams that even comes close. Not a channel anywhere in the world that comes even close to that figure. So I want to say a huge shout out to all the members. Upgrade your membership, or if you're new to the channel, become a member. If you're new to this channel, by the way, this is the original OC channel, Smartwatch Talk for the Smart Collector. We talk about the biggest and best brands in the space. We don't talk about all of the brands. We only focus on 4 or 5 brands here, but they're the 4 or 5 brands that matter. Announcement number 2. Number 1, this will be members only stream. Number 2, the views and opinions expressed by people in the chat as well as panelists are the views of themselves and do not represent the views of Original OC. By the way, my own views, the views expressed by Original OC on this program do not represent the views of Original OC, the Original OC channel, or Original the Brand LLC. Number 3, we will 100% be playing copyrighted content. I assure you, we will be playing content that is copyrighted, and we will be playing that consistent with United States copyright law under fair use. So we will be playing that copyrighted content because it's either newsworthy, we will be providing commentary, or we will be doing satire, or a combination of all 3. Okay? Today we're going to be talking about Audemars Piguet. By the way, if you didn't check out the great live stream with Nico Leonard yesterday, Nico Leonard was nice enough to jump on, stayed on for hours. Yesterday, we talked about AP, we talked about Jorn, we talked about Terry Stern, talked about a lot of different things that I can't repeat. So I highly encourage you to go back and check out that live stream from yesterday with Nico Leonard. Nico is probably the biggest YouTuber that ever came out of the watch space with over 2 million, actually, several million subscribers across different verticals. But we're going to be talking about a very controversial subject today. Guys, get your cup of Joe or get your favorite alcoholic beverage. The link to join the panel is pinned at the top of the chat. It may get a little bit spicy today, but it's okay because anything said on the stream is going to go members only. But we have to talk about it. We can't ignore the topic any longer. We have to talk about AP because They're one of the OC approved brands. And as we reach the end of the year, we need to ask the question, how did they handle their 150th anniversary? And are you team Jizzo or are you team AP? Breaking news today. All of a sudden, Jizz Club is not a fan of AP. He has viciously attacked AP. He's come out against the brand. Now, is this a coincidence that he just so happened to be watching my channel and a lot of the sentiments and concepts that we present here about the ways that AP could improve? Or maybe he watched last night, Nico Leonard, and he thought to himself, hey, like, let me jump on this bandwagon. This seems to be a popular sentiment. But we will be reviewing content from Jizzo, and he is now all of a sudden, with the flip of a switch, viciously attacking AP after being rejected and blacklisted from the brand. And listen, this is an open platform. So if representatives from that particular content team want to jump on the panel, I'll drop the link. I'll drop the link in the chat. Here we go. Boom, special link just for that team. They're well, listen, no, there's no reason to be scared. It's just talking, just debate. No one's going to get ambushed here. No one's going to get, look, Nico came on yesterday. He wasn't ambushed. The guy felt very comfortable in his own skin, was able to, he gave as good as he got. He interacted with the chat. There's nothing to be scared of. But let's see who is here, who's going to contribute to the dialogue today. We've got Air King Ben, member of the OC channel, first beating Logan Hall. Thank you, Air King. Air King Ben, the return of Air King Ben is going to happen in 5 days. The return of Air King Ben, live from Dubai. Doc Mick in Florida, also a member. Hello, everyone. And second, that's right, upvote the live stream, guys. All of you guys, upvote the live stream. Let's get to 20 likes right off the bat. Get to 20 likes right off the bat. McAllen Drinker, also a member. 10th to upvote. Wow, we are 10 upvotes already. That's pretty awesome. As I log off, don't log off for the day. No. You need your computer or your phone. Hang in there, McAllen Drinker. We need you in the chat. We absolutely need you in the chat, McAllen Drinker. Don't go anywhere. Chalk flew up, another member. OC running on fumes after last night's marathon session. No, I'm fine. I had plenty of sleep. You guys know I'm retired. I got nothing to do. But I'm not going to be doing live streams every day. Live streams every day are when it becomes a chore, when it becomes like a ritual, then it's not fun. I only live stream when it's fun. I only live stream if there's a new release, there's something that's newsworthy, some kind of event or whatever. And by the way, I'm not going to announce it today, but tomorrow I will be making an announcement. I will be partnering with how do I say this? I will be at an event and I'll be there partnering with the team. And I want you to come out and see me this Friday and Saturday. OC will be live. I maybe even Gonzo streaming from an event this Friday and Saturday. All will be revealed. I'm allowed to talk about it starting tomorrow. Not that they need any help promoting it. They don't. As a matter of fact, one of the things that I should probably clarify is I don't want to promote it too much because it's technically open to the public, but you really should book an appointment. We want to encourage people to book appointments, guys. So tomorrow, look for an announcement from me. Tomorrow, I will be live streaming from a very, very cool watch event this Friday and Saturday. But I'm not running on fumes. I have endless energy. Chalk flew up, which, by the way, that's the same kind of energy that will destroy you in our tennis match coming up in only 8 days. And I'll beat you even with a 1979 Jimmy Connors wooden racket. Maybe. I don't know. Or I'll be decimated and injured. Who knows? Hey, we got Vimal in the chat, also a member. Happy Veterans and Remembrance Day. We are able to enjoy this hobby because men and women for decades have sacrificed to keep us safe and prosperous. Vimal, I don't know if you had Chat GTI write that for you, but I think that's extremely well written. And I don't think anybody could find any fault with that statement. Good job. Thank you. Thank you, Vamir, for summing that up very, very nicely. We have Ann D. Lewis in the chat, member with his customary Lone Star State greeting. Howdy, y'all. Howdy, y'all. Who else do we have? Is that it? Guys, if you're watching right now, please type in a comment in the chat. I like to personally greet everybody. I hear, since it's members only, we can spell out his name. No, don't do it. Don't spell out the name. Guys, yeah, that's another good kind of administrative issue. Guys, do not spell out the J word in the chat. Use something other than that. Just, you can say jazz, you can say whatever you want, but don't use that specific term. Thank you very much. Appreciate Chalk Flew Up. You're bringing it up. Ryan Hofrey's in the chat. Ryan Hofrey, Nico was triggered easily. No, I don't think he was. The thing is, he was reading the chat. You know, the last time he was on a live stream was probably 2 years ago. The environment in the watch live stream atmosphere was way, way different than today. Way different. You know, all of those toxic streams have pretty much, you know, all their the audiences have pretty much evaporated. You know, the only one that's left, and this is not like a toxic stream, but Archie Luxury. Archie Luxury persists. You know, he can get 100, 120 viewers a day consistently, but the rest of them have all fallen by the wayside. If you really want good watch talk, I would say, like, not to toot my own horn, but I'd say, like, subscribe here, subscribe to, like, the Watch Hangout, you know, maybe Young Brando. I like Young Brando has good watch content. I don't know. If I'm missing others, type a name in the chat. If you feel strongly that there are other good channels out there. I mean, I think a lot of them are really bad. Some of them are really boring. You know, Theo and Harris used to be really good. It's not good anymore. Bark and Jack was never good. You know, Britt Pierce is kind of good once in a while. She's very corporate though now. But we'll be talking about Jizzo Club. We'll be talking about Jizzo Club today. Rejected and blacklisted by Audemars Piguet, and as retaliation, he went on the attack. And basically said what other people have been saying for a long time is he doesn't like the brand. All of a sudden, he doesn't like the brand. Oh, what a coincidence that he's coming out for the first time in 2 years, and now, after being rejected by the brand, now he says he doesn't like AP. Interesting. We're gonna be showing you the videos. We will be playing the videos. We will be playing those copyrighted videos right here on this channel. Don't go anywhere. But I do want to thank Nico for jumping on yesterday. He was fantastic. But and by the way, I did communicate with a lot of the people that he mentioned by name. Everyone gets that it's all in good fun. It's all just kind of like overblown shtick, and everybody's cool with it. Dear Artifact, also a member. This is almost like an entire members only stream. No ambushes. Just ignore that rustling in the bushes and that movement down the dark alleyway. I'm sure it's nothing. Yeah, come this way. Come this way. You'll be safe. No, we're not going to ambush anybody here. As a matter of fact, if a representative of Team Jizzo wants to come on, I guarantee you it's going to be an extremely cordial, positive conversation. By the way, there's a lot with which this community agrees with Jizzo. I mean, if I did a poll, I bet you a majority of people actually support his position, and we will be playing his position in 5 minutes. We'll get to it in 5. Well, I'm going to start playing his content in 5 minutes, and we can react and analyze and discuss. But my guess is that this community, being a place where smart collectors tend to congregate, that there be plenty of people who understand his position and support it. Will Diego tell his story about his latest acquisition? I don't know if it's appropriate to on this stream. Diego's welcome to jump on. Not on this stream. He's not welcome to jump on this stream and talk about Patek. Let's save that for another time. Save that for another time. We're going to talk about AP today because there's so much to talk about with AP in 2025. By the way, OC, what are you wearing? Quick wristwatch check. Today I am wearing the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak. I wish this were white gold. I'm spoiled. I want it in white gold, but this is the 15510, the 50th anniversary Royal Oak in the 41 millimeter size. There are other people who've coveted and desired the 15510 as their Grail AP. I'm one of them. See, so we have a lot in common. This one with the absolutely stunning silver dial. It looks white. It looks silver. It shimmers. It's like a disco ball. It's incredible. The dial. If you go to my my YouTube channel and you see like my recent post that I did, where I did a super close up on the guilloche or the engine turning or whatever they do it in the dial, it's absolutely stunning. Look at the bracelet. It's just awesome. Is it a little bit too big for me? I think in this shot it looks kind of fucking perfect. What do you think? Because I'm a huge fan of AP. I'm Team Ilaria, guys. I am Team Ilaria. I'm not going to mince words. I support Team Ilaria and the great moves by AP. Listen, they have to make difficult choices, guys. They make a lot of difficult choices. One of the most difficult things a brand can do, especially at the field retail level, is decide who gets watches. That's really the crux of the matter, right? How do you allocate extremely desirable, hard to get watches when demand far exceeds supply? You have a lot of VIP customers, you have loyal customers who've spent a fortune with the brand, customers who've been with the brand for decades. And then you have these new customers that want to come in, and those new customers need to be understanding. They need to know how to fit in with the brand. And sometimes people just don't understand what it means to be a fan of the brand. They have delusional notions about, oh, well, to be a fan of AP means demanding Royal Oaks with extremely low production dials or extremely difficult pieces. And they put unreasonable demands on the brand. And those people need to be a little bit more accommodating. Is this a Raymond Wheel event? No, we will not be discussing. Hopefully after this comment, I'll never have to discuss Raymond Wheel ever again. It was painful. Go back and watch yesterday's stream with Nico. We had a very good discussion about Raymond Wheel. Ryan Hofre says, good stream yesterday and Sunday morning, OC. Keep it going and give no fucks, as there aren't many places to talk with real watch enthusiasts. Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate that. That's true. For people in this hobby, live streams like this are probably your best source of camaraderie, congregation, communication, entertainment. Any other words that I can add while doing this hand motion? But thank you. I appreciate the support, guys. I really do appreciate it. It's the positivity and the participation, positivity and participation and engagement from folks like you in the chat that makes all of this possible. Yes, the New York Raymond Weil event, guys. This Friday and Saturday, join me. Join me out. I'll be signing autographs at the Raymond Weil Boutique. I don't know. Where would they put? Guys? Let's have a little bit of fun. In New York City, where would they put the Raymond Weil Boutique? Which neighborhood? Which location? Which street? Which area? Okay. This is the kind of thing where I'm challenging the chat. I'm challenging your creativity. I'm challenging your wit. I'm challenging your humor. I'm challenging your ability to be clever. Some people will win and be very successful in a challenge like this, and some people will fall flat on their face. But if we were doing an event with Raymond Weil, where would the boutique be in New York? Where would it be? It is indeed true that OC has boundless energy, claims Dear Artifact. I don't think he slept for 4 straight days during Watch Time New York 2 years ago. You know, I used to work for a company where we'd have a sales kickoff event, like a 3-day sales kickoff event, and it was pretty. You'd be up till 3, 4 in the morning. Yeah, Watch Time New York, you can do that too. You can be up till 3, 4 in the morning every night. It's fun. It's fun. When it comes to hanging out with people like you, and it's going to happen in Dubai too, man. Dubai, we're going to be up 24/7. 24/7. Cheers, guys. We're back to non-Monopoly McCafe cups. I'm loving it. Let's see who else we have in the chat. Once I catch up on the chat, we're going to go right to the video. Okay. Once I get caught up in the chat, we're going to go right to the video, and we're not going to hold back, guys. We will not be holding back. Now, I understand how if people don't want to join the panel because you're scared. I don't want to be seen with OC. This is a controversial topic. I don't want the Chinese mafia coming after me. All that stuff. Everything comes into consideration. I get it. It's okay. It's okay, guys. Let's see. We have Irish Time in the chat. Greetings. Well, welcome, Irish Time. I know you've probably made comments before, but welcome to the channel. We welcome everybody who's a genuine watch enthusiast. Best watch of our last meetup was the rose gold Audemars Piguet Blue Dial Royal Oak. That's a watch that is owned by Jeff. Florida Crew, baby. Florida Crew. Jeff has the rose gold AP Royal Oak with the blue, extremely dark blue dial. Beautiful, beautiful watch. The best watch, or the beat watch, according to this comment. Nico was fantastic, in quotes. I told my bro Madman he had to browse the stream. You have a bro named Madman? I guess it's probably, maybe it's like a social media name. Like, yo, my bro Madman. Hey, look at this. We got Jamie Patek. Hola. What's up, Jamie? Is it Jamie or Jaime? I mean, I don't want to mispronounce it. Let me know in the chat. I mean, if there's a way to let me know. I think it's Jamie. I'm going to assume it's Jamie. What's up, Jamie? Whole Milk says, glad there is finally a members only show. Well, Whole Milk, you're not a member. So when this goes members only, you will be blocked. You'll be cut off from this very important and high quality content. We got to teach non-members a lesson, guys. They need to be punished. I'm not one for retribution. But in this case, non-members have to be summarily punished for their lack of membership. And the way we're going to do it is by taking this incredibly boring, low quality live stream, and we're going to put it behind the paywall. We're going to put it behind the paywall because membership has its perks. Membership has its privileges, and we have to reward our members. Raymond Wheel would be in Yonkers. Good one, Whole Milk. You can always count on Whole Milk for using his wit. He's always clever in the chat. Ooh, okay. So like Jamie's getting us started here. Unfortunately, Audemars Piguet is a one and done brand. One and done. I have a request in to AP for another watch. I am going to buy another AP. I support the brand. The thing is, I support AP. I'm Team Ilaria. And just because AP does some things with which I disagree, that doesn't mean that I don't have their back. This guy, Jizzo, was like a jilted lover. He was rebuffed, rejected, and blacklisted. And then as a result, he turned on the brand. And wait till you hear what he says. You don't want to go anywhere, guys. You're going to be shocked. Now, some of you may agree with what he says, but it's alarming. It's shocking. And you don't want to go anywhere because we're going to do a full analysis. It's going to be Raymond Wheel is going to be located they're going to have a pop-up shop inside the Bryant Park public bathrooms. Ooh. They probably sell a few watches there. Probably a good location for them. Doc Mick reminding everybody that you cannot be seen with Satan. Yeah, collateral damage, guys. Guilt by association. It's a real thing. I get it. Don't come on the panel with Satan. It can only bring about bad things. If you can afford a tutor, you can afford an OC membership. That's true. You can. So it's Jaime, right? J is the H sound. I'm going to wait for you to confirm. If it's Jaime, I just want to make sure. Let me know. I pride myself on pronouncing people's names correctly. If it's Jaime Patek, I get it. Whole Milk says Penn Station would fit the typical Raymond Wheel buyer. Yeah, some of Penn Station's been remodeled. Some of it looks actually pretty good. So, but you're talking about the old decrepit parts, right? the old decrepit broken down parts of Penn Station. Ooh, we got Not the Pope, also a member. Jaime is love in French. I love in French. Is that what it is? Is it French? Man. Oh, and someone needs to jump on the panel and explain how to pronounce that if it's French. Is it jamais or Jaime or okay? Change it to Jamie in American, and I can pronounce it better. Okay, got 40 people watching. It's time. Raymond Wheel event at Trump Tower. No, I mean, Rolex. Trump is a Rolex guy. All right. It's time, guys. It is time. It's time to get to it. Now, listen, I have nothing against this guy. I really have nothing against him. This channel is about the watch industry, the watch hobby, watch collecting. And think of this content as a way to spark a conversation about AP and about the kind of people AP is attracting and how you go about interacting with retailers and brands. Like try and open up the discussion. And don't be like myopically focused on just this kid and what he says and does, but let it be a conduit to open up a broader discussion about AP. And I think you might find it extremely illuminating. But yeah, just to recap, this is the Jizz Club, and he famously we've been talking about him for the past several weeks. He's the one who famously said that he is the 15500 guy or the 15510 guy, and he only wants that watch, and he only wants it at retail. And he's received a fair amount of criticism for his comments. But today he dropped a bombshell. He dropped a Jizzplosion, guys. Just Jizzplosion on the TikTok universe. We've got Raj G in the chat. Raj G, thank you very much for the £5 super chat. That's like $12.50 US. Extremely generous. Keep it real, OC. No sugarcoating. Just keep telling it as it is. Raymond Vile is the perfect watch for those who think tag is aspirational. Very good. Thank you, Raj G. Tom Voss is in the house. What's up, Tom Voss? Become a member, Tom. You can get membership-only perks. Jaime as in I like. Okay, but how do you pronounce it? How do you pronounce it? It's French. It is French. We will be discussing Audemars Piguet during this live stream. But I will be doing it in English. I will be conducting the stream in English. By the way, how's the audio? Is the audio better today? Let me know in the chat. How's the audio? Is it crisp and sexy? Way better than yesterday? I hope so. Like the first 20 minutes of yesterday's stream were fucked. Absolutely fucked. All right, guys. I'm going to do this uninterrupted. We were over 55 people watching, 51 on YouTube. We've got 2 on Grindr and 2 on PlayStation 3. What's up, guys? If you're on the PlayStation 3, head on over to my channel on YouTube. You can participate in the chat. Type in comments. You can't do that on the PlayStation 3. It's hard with that controller. And shout out to my peeps on Grindr. Thank you for watching us on Grindr. And for you, those of you on YouTube, cheers. Let's get into it. If you are on the stream, type in a comment. Let me say hi to you, and then we're going to get to the video. We're not wasting any time. We're not going to waste any time. We're going to get right to it. These are two short clips. I think they're like 2 minutes each. And then the stream's over. That's it. We're done. Got nothing to talk about. We're not going to drag this out. One thing people know about me is I do not drag things out. If I say something's going to happen, it's going to happen. We're going to get to this content, immediately. All right, here we go. Jizzo dropped another bomb. It's a Jizzplosion on the social media world today. And I'll let you listen for yourselves. But the quick summary is he is no longer Team AP. He is ready to destroy the brand after it's been made absolutely clear to him that he will not be getting any watches, that the brand has decided that he's not the kind of person that they want representing his brand, their brand. And he has been rejected and blacklisted from AP for his comments. So let's here we go. If feel free to provide real-time commentary and analysis in the chat. The link to join the panel is pinned at the top, I think, right? Yeah, just join the discussion. There's a link. You guys aren't dumb. You know how to do this. We're ready. Let's do it. Are we ready? Okay.
I never thought I'd say this, but I'm no longer as passionate and as enthusiastic as I used to be.
What? What? I thought, what? Oh, come on. I never thought I'd say this, but I'm just not. Let's turn on the closed captioning here. Let's turn on the subtitles. Boom. Okay. So we can see that at the top. Really? You're not as passionate about AP anymore? What happened? What changed in the last 24 hours?
I never thought I'd say this, but I'm no longer as passionate and as enthusiastic as I used to be about Audemars Piguet, specifically their current marketing
The current marketing strategy?
and trajectory when it comes to what kind of direction the brand is heading towards.
What happened? AP changed their marketing strategy and their direction in the last 24 hours? Oh my God. What happened? What happened? Did AP suddenly change overnight? What's the big revelation? He's not happy with their marketing. Where is he getting these ideas about their marketing direction and their strategy? Where do you think he's learning about that? Where do you think someone learns about what's going on at AP? Maybe from smart collectors engaging in smart watch talk? Cheers. What a revelation. He's been going after the 15-5-10 for years, but suddenly, out of the blue, guys, revelation. Revelation. I'm suddenly, with a snap of a finger, all of a sudden not excited about their marketing. I'm not as crazy about AP anymore. I wonder why. What happened? What happened in the last 24 hours?
I'm no longer as passionate and as enthusiastic as I used to be about Audemars Piguet, specifically their current marketing strategy.
Their current marketing strategy has been in place for like at least a year and a half. And listen, you can comment. We were this live stream. There's no other channel that's done more analysis on their marketing than this channel. We've covered the girls on the beach in the beach chair with a laptop, the ice cream falling in the sand. No other channel has been more methodical and more analytical about discussing AP's marketing strategy than right here, you guys in the chat. But somehow he wasn't aware of what they were doing. This is a new thing.
Strategy and trajectory when it comes to what kind of direction the brand is heading towards. And I just want to preface by saying my opinion doesn't matter at all.
That's true. That party's nailing. I told you guys that there would be parts of this video with which you would agree. I think we would all agree. This is going to get good. I'm gonna after a little bit, I'll go to the chat and I'll hear your comments. I'll pull up your comments. If I miss your comments, I'm sorry. Super chat them if you want them to be super chat them if you really want them to be read.
Strategy and trajectory when it comes to what kind of direction the brand is heading towards. And I just want to preface by saying my opinion doesn't matter at all. It's not like my cosign for Audemars Piguet right now is going to, change anything for the brand.
My cosign. What an interesting choice of words. My cosign? Like, in other words, like I'm going to be able to endorse the brand. I mean, who would be delusional enough to think that they were so important that they'd actually be able to have a list of approved brands? No, but I mean, I'm guys, I'm pulling my endorsement. I'm pulling my cosign from AP.
Heading towards. And I just want to preface by saying my opinion doesn't matter at all. You know, it's not like my
Doesn't.
cosign for Audemars Piguet right now is going to, change anything
Not
for the
going to change
brand. This
anything.
is
Nope.
like therapy for me because if you watch my page at all, this past year, like I showed a lot of passion and love for AP.
But I showed a lot of passion and love for AP. But I showed a lot of passion for the 15.510 at retail specifically. But
I obviously get to talk to and meet a lot of really big collectors, and they've all been, oh gosh, should I even say this? But
oh my God, what is he going to reveal? Was he keeping a secret from us all this time? He had a secret that he learned from his mega collectors. Do tell, please tell us, clue us in on this extremely powerful secret information that you derived from your mega important network of Illuminati collectors.
majority of them have been against my support for AP. They're all like,
Ooh, a majority of them have been against my support for AP. What does that mean? That they don't support AP, or that they do support AP but they don't want you to support AP? What exactly does that mean? Sorry if I'm microanalyzing this, but every single word matters. He didn't say that they don't like AP. He said that they don't want him to support AP. Interesting. I can understand that. I can understand why they didn't want him to support AP and be public about the fact that he was supporting AP. I do understand. That's a very interesting nuance there.
a lot of really big collectors, and they've all been, oh gosh.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Should I say it? Oh gosh. Let's say it.
Should I even say this?
Should you do it? Should you do it? Do it. 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 Let's see the ZZPLOSION.
Of them have been against my support for AP. They're all like, AP's kind of da 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 da. The brand direction is da 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 da. For me,
What? Wait. What do you mean? What does the da 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 mean? Well, let's analyze that a little bit further. What is going on here?
support for AP. They're all like, AP's kind of da 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 da. The brand direction is
AP is kind of da 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 da. What is that? What is that blank that he wants us to fill in? And the brand direction is da 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 da. What are the missing words there? What does he think that we need to? What are we going to fill in those blanks with? His collectors have been telling him all this time that AP is da 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 da, yet he still was a massive fan of the brand and wanted to get a 15.510. And their direction is da 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 da, yet he still lusted after his Grail watch. That didn't seem to deter him until now, until the last 24 hours. What happened in the last 24 hours? He was exposed. He was exposed by smart collectors in the community. And then the guy, and he received a fair amount of criticism for going public with his absolutely cringeworthy videos. And soon after the videos went public about him saying that he had a friend at AP, he was going to get him a Royal Oak at retail, get him a Royal Oak as his first watch. The backlash, oh my gosh, the backlash was deafening. The VIP collector said, "What? Who is this fucking kid?" And then the loyal customers called up AP. They called up their reps and said, "Please tell me this kid ain't gonna get a watch. This kid doesn't represent the brand. I've been collecting for years. I've spent a fortune with this brand. And I don't want this guy jumping the line and getting a 15.510 blue dial." Had to be a blue dial. I wonder why it had to be just a blue dial. Why didn't he want like a black dial? Maybe you guys can pontificate in the chat. Why do you think he wanted a blue dial and not, say, a gray dial? Why do you think? Why do you think that he just, coincidentally wanted the blue dial 15.510 ST? You tell me. Whole Milk says, this guy's talking in riddles. Da 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 da. Listen, AP is da 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 da. and their brand direction is da 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 da. Should I even say it?
Oh gosh, should I even say this? Majority of them have been against my
The majority of his collector friends have been against him publicly supporting AP. That makes sense.
support for AP. They're all like, AP's kind of da 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 da. And the brand direction is da 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 da. For me, like I've been kind of blinded by pure loyalty and
Loyalty. He's been blinded by loyalty. Why is he loyal to AP when he's never even been a customer? He only just met with them like for the first time like a few weeks ago. How could he be loyal for years when he's never bought anything? Newsflash, kid. If you were loyal to AP, you'd have a code by now. You'd have an option. You would have bought something by now. How are you loyal to the brand when you haven't even bought anything? You just went in for a meeting a few weeks ago. How could you have years of loyalty? I don't know, maybe someone in the chat can explain it to me. How this guy is so loyal and enthusiastic when he's never even met with them, never bought anything.
For me, like I've been kind of blinded by pure loyalty and enthusiasm for the brand because AP is kind of like the brand that kind of built the foundation of this page. And
AP is the brand that built the foundation of this page? How did they do that? That would be like for me like saying like Rolex was the foundation that built my channel on YouTube. Rolex doesn't fucking give a shit. They don't fucking care. They didn't do anything. I don't get it.
the Royal Oak is the first watch that, really, really inspired me. And I still want a relationship with AP, but
This whole thing, the way he drops the phrases relationship and experience and journey and allocation, those are words. Those are just the way he does it is absolutely cringeworthy. He's doing it in like allocation is something that is is something that you talk about, privately. You don't talk about it. The allocations. The way he talks about allocations and journeys and experiences is just a little bit off. It's very transactional the way he talks about them. Remember, he did that video famously where he said, "Oh, well, I'll happily buy codes and offshores for my friends and family."
that, really, really inspired me. And I still want a relationship with AP, but I'll put it like this. If I was Drake, I wouldn't be able to get a collab with AP right now.
If I were Drake, I would not be able to get a collaboration with AP right now. I don't know what the fuck that means. Guys, listen, dude, I'm old. I like to think I'm fairly intelligent. I am on the older side. Maybe I'm half senile, but I don't understand what the fuck that means. Can someone jump on the panel and interpret what that means? Drake would have a hard time getting a collaboration with AP. Would he? Would he? What does that mean? And what does it have to do with his situation? This is like crazy talk.
But I'll put it like this. If I was Drake, I wouldn't be able to.
So if I were Drake, subjunctive mood.
To get a collab with AP right now.
Oh, he took down the video. He did this live. He saw that we were playing it. He took down the video. Ooh, Jizzo. I should have downloaded it. There we go, guys. He took down the video. Took it down. Wow. This video, he made it private. He made it private. He didn't like the fact that people were scrutinizing it. Interesting.
Hi, Jason. I never thought I'd say this, but I'm no longer as.
Oh! He took down the video. Whoa! Come on, Jizz. I'm gonna drop the link for Jizz. Guys. Do not click on this specific link. Let's let him jump on and tell his story. Guys, don't. If you guys in the chat want to jump on the panel, click on the one at the top of the chat. Link for. This is a special link for Jizz only. Click on this link. Join the panel. Let's talk about it. Let's talk. Why did you take the video down? Why did you take the video down? That's not the only thing you took down. But by the way, this guy also made some extremely interesting social media posts, and they were taken down within a couple of hours of going live. I don't even want to show. I actually have screen captures of them, and people who are very close friends of mine, including my lawyer, have them in their possession. He's not in the right state of mind right now, apparently. Let's see who's in the guys. Breaking news: the Jizz Club is closed. Closed for. I wanted to get in the Jizz Club. What? I can't. It's closed. It's unavailable. I wanted to get in the Jizz Club, but it's closed. All right. What do you make of this? He didn't like the scrutiny, guys. He didn't like the scrutiny. This was video 1 of 2. Oh, the second one was pure cringe. Absolutely pure cringe. I can't believe he did it. I can't believe he was watching and took the video down. Come on. That's not cool, man. Stand by your video. Put the video back up. Jizz Club, put the video back. Guys, start a petition. Online petition. Jizz, don't be embarrassed by what you said. Stand by what you did. Put the video back up. And then come on and talk about it. By the way, I was going to agree with a lot of the shit in the video. You didn't even let me have a chance. We were only like 1/3 of the way through. There's a lot of shit in there with which I very much agreed. And I think a lot of people in the chat would have agreed. I think at the end of these 2 videos, a lot of us would have had your back. But no, dude, don't delete the videos like a little bitch. Don't do that. Come on, man. That ain't cool, bro. That ain't cool, bro. Put the videos back up, bro. Put the video back up and then jump on the panel. Let's talk about it. Because listen, I don't know what kind of collectors with whom you're talking, whatever kind of network you have. The real collectors are here. These are the people who are getting the Le Mans, the people who are getting the Richard Milles, the people who are getting the hard to get APs, the people who are getting the best Pateks. They're right here, like that. The people who get Patek handcrafts are here. The people who get Patek Nautilus and Cubitus and Aquanauts are here. The people who get the Richard Milles are here. The people who get the hard to get APs are here. We're the smart collectors. We know how to win the game. We are the winners. You want to learn? We will welcome you into our community with open arms. But you can't delete the video like a little bitch. Can't do that. You can't do that. Oh, and he deleted the videos on Instagram too. Oh, what a little bitch. What a little bitch. And I mean that in a loving way. Like, maybe make the videos unprivate, dude. Jump on the panel. Like have some backbone. You have a lot to learn, and we are the people who can actually teach you about this hobby and this industry. Because we don't want you to make mistakes. We do not want you to. This whole channel is about helping you navigate through watch collecting and escaping a lot of the pitfalls that other collectors make. Especially your being on social media, you know, you've made a couple of very significant miscalculations. I mean, for being like 100 times the size of this channel, you're making a lot of mistakes. Well, that was a good show, guys. I didn't play it fast enough. COC, if you wouldn't have paused it, we would have gotten through the whole video. What does it say that he took the videos down on all of his platforms across all social media? He took them off YouTube, took them off Instagram. He probably took them off his main platform, which is Hinge. I don't know. Hinge, TikTok. I don't know what his platforms are. I don't watch the guy. I'm not so, but he has a lot. We could have helped him. We can still help him. We are on your side. We can welcome the Jizz Club into our global watch community, and we can help. We can help you get the watches at retail, but you got to know what you're doing. You can't go on social media and demand extremely hard to get pieces at retail. You ain't gonna get them, dude. You're not gonna jump the line. Okay, jump the line and antagonize loyal collectors and antagonize the very VIPs who told you they don't want you to support AP publicly. You didn't listen, though. You didn't listen. You didn't listen, did you? All right. Any comments? Any comments in the chat? Diego M says, I stand with Jizz Club. I do too. We were going to help him. We were going to analyze this video. There was a lot of content here with which we definitely agreed, and we could help him navigate the AP journey correctly. But, you know, a lot of the things he's been doing lately have been disastrous. I'm going to pull up his Instagram, see if they're there. Hold on a second. If they're on Instagram, we'll go there and we'll play them there. Hold on a second. If the reels are on Instagram, nope, they're not. They're gone. The reels are gone, guys. They're gone. They're gone. Yep, they gone. I guess he didn't love AP like he said he did. Nope, they gone. You still see his videos on Instagram, ZD? No, these two videos are gone. These two reels are gone. All right. David Goncalves. David Concalves. My apologies if I didn't pronounce it correctly. Can some explain the context? In a nutshell, there was this social media douchebag personality, young kid, aspiring kid. Actually, he's passionate about watches. We could have helped him a lot. We actually could have taught him a lot about watches, about the watch hobby, about the watch industry, about collectors. He's passionate about watches. That's the kind of thing that should have been encouraged and nurtured. We're the right kind of group to nurture him along and teach him the ways of the world. But he said he wanted a Royal Oak 15510 from AP as his first watch, and he wouldn't compromise. And he insisted that he jump the line and get that as his first piece. He wouldn't buy anything else. He said, I have to have this as my first piece because it would prove that the brand trusts him and that they want to engage in collaborations and partnerships with him. And the brand didn't want to do that. They obviously were fucking furious that he publicized this on the internet. And then they summarily rejected his overtures and blacklisted him and said, dude, you ain't getting no fucking watches from us. He did not. Did he take it down, or are you blocked from his channel? Oh, that's a good point. Maybe he blocked me. That's possible. He might have blocked me. You never know. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can log into a different account on YouTube. Hold on a second. Bear with me. I want to be very, very careful here. Let's see. Can I log into a different account and perhaps pull it up? Let's see. Nope, they gone. They gone. I think they gone. Let's see here. Let's see here. All right. Hold on a second. Hold on. Gone. They're gone. They gone. Okay. Well, that was a fun show, guys. Fun show. Daddy, help me. This mean middle-aged man is calling me on my bullshit. Daddy, help. I couldn't get the Royal Oak at retail specifically because AP thought I was a dick. We had a lot to teach the guy. He could have learned a lot from us. This is the place where all the smart collectors are. Where do you think, who are the people getting the Richard Milles and the Royal Oaks and the Nautiluses? Andy Lewis says, pull up the last reel. Let me see here.
Hi, Jason. It's Justin. This is the full watch collection. Hi, Jason. I never thought I'd say this, but I'm no longer as...
Boom. Brody says, middle-aged, you're 75. Sorry, I'm way past middle-aged. I'm like, I'm practically dead. Let's be honest. I mean, I'm in my last quintile. Is that a thing? Quintile? Yeah. I'm almost gone, guys. Okay, let's go. I'm going to go through the chat. Let's see here. What were you guys saying when the video was live? Let's see. Don't worry. This kid's parents will buy him one next Christmas. Yeah, listen, I'm sorry. This Christmas was ruined, Jizz Club. But don't worry. There's always next Christmas for the Royal Oak. He said he wasn't happy with the marketing direction of AP. He wasn't happy with the strategy of AP. And he said, by the way, he realized he wasn't a fan of AP after all. Aw. Suddenly you're not a fan of AP. After you realized you couldn't get the watch that you wanted. And AP said, dude, we're never going to sell you a watch. We're not going to sell you a code. He said he wasn't a code guy or an offshore guy. But newsflash, you're not even going to get a code. You will never, ever. And that was probably the right call because AP didn't want to send a message to their loyal collectors that this guy was going to get rewarded with a Royal Oak as his first piece. Let's see what else. This guy's talking in riddles. He was talking in riddles. He's like, their AP is da 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 da, and the direction is da 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 da. Talking in riddles. Why couldn't Drake get a collaboration with AP? Vimal says, is it because Drake is half black? Was Jizzo making racial accusations? I don't think he was. I don't think there's any evidence. I don't think there's any direct evidence that he was doing that. I don't think so. I don't think so, Vimal. Steve Reisman, OC going scorched earth. Quite the opposite. Quite the opposite. We were going to actually, there was a lot in these videos that we were going to be pointing out solid agreement. We just got off a call where we've been discussing this for about the last hour before this live stream. And we were just debating all the pros and cons. And there was a lot with which we were going to agree. But you can't, dude, we got to keep it real. You can't pull the videos down like a little bitch. That's a bitch move. You can't do that. My videos are up. My videos from yesterday and the day before, they're up. The ones where I talked about your videos, they're up. Your videos have been pulled. And by the way, your social media posts were fucking yanked too. Yeah, don't think I didn't see those. My friends in Boston fucking shut that shit down. Oh my God, this guy is fucking delusional. My friends in Boston had my back. You know, those social media posts came down within an hour or so, didn't they, my friend? You got to remember, you don't fuck with OC. Listen, my ties in Boston run deep. Shout out to all my friends on the Celtics and the 76ers and the Steelers. All my Boston teams. Love those guys. All my friends on the Steelers. I want to give a huge shout out to all of my Boston peeps. Jeff, who's actually technically Florida crew, but Boston, MJ, Boston Collector, Zach Attack, who I consider part of Boston crew because of his close association with my good friend Mark Wahlberg. That's right, Mark Wahlberg, good friend of mine. And they found out, they called you out. They called you out. Friggin' amazing, says Jordan Identity. Good to have you in the chat. Jordan Identity, by the way, author of an amazing book, Deadbeat Seconds. Order it on Amazon now. Fantastic. It's being turned into a never mind. I can't say. Deadbeat Seconds on the big fucking screen. 2027. Get it now on hardback or paperback. Amazon.com. OC just got canceled. I didn't get canceled. This guy got canceled. He canceled himself. Canceled himself. Canceled himself, guys. Jump on the show. Jump on the show and debate it like watch, dude. Watch collectors don't run from a debate. Watch collectors don't hide. The smart collectors know how to stand their ground. They know how to discuss things in a mature and calm and productive way. They don't delete their videos and then run and hide like a little bitch. Come on, man. This was not going to be an ambush at all. But you can't hide the videos. You can't do it. What's Speedy, who's in Hawaii, says OC is so powerful, he's changing the media. No, I'm not. I'm not at all. I am not powerful. He deleted both videos on Instagram. Tom Voss had your back, Jizz. This is a bad look. This is a bad look. There are plenty in the community that were going to defend you and actually had a lot of important points and they had your back. Diego M., welcome to the show.
Hey, I was going to defend Jizzo Club.
Diego, tell the truth. did we not just have a call? We had a private call with a team of like, I think 8 or 10 people on the call. And we were debating this. We were discussing the pros and cons. It got very passionate. You, me, Buckley, Boston Collector, a whole bunch of people. And he was getting a lot of positive comments and a lot of negative. I mean, there's positive
Yeah,
and
I mean,
pros and cons. But the point is, you can't pick the video down like a little bitch and go run and hide. You jump on the panel like Diego M did, and you talk about why you feel a certain way, why you said the things you did, and talk about those experiences and why they're right or wrong, and what your perspective. All right.
So
Sure. Go ahead. Your comments. Go ahead. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you
yeah,
off.
I mean, no, you're good. I mean, my feelings are, if he had a connection to get a 15.5.10, I think is a reference. As a favor, with an in, I'm all about that. That's great.
Everybody would love to have connections or different points of leverage to get
Yes.
watches faster than other people. We would all take
Yeah.
advantage of that. Nothing wrong with that.
I think he has a good thing going with the Journey videos, and his error was when he publicized that connection. Because to your point, he is skipping the line, and that will upset a lot of customers. So, like, was he kind of delusional in getting that watch and a jumbo as a second? Yeah, I think we can all agree a jumbo as a second's never going to happen. He may have thought it could because of the connections he has, or he had a really good meeting at AP House. They kind of led him on. I've been led on by ADs, so I know how it feels.
Mm-hmm.
And I
well,
know
their job is to make you feel enthusiastic about the brand, and
Right.
not
they'll
to
never
say like,
tell
hey,
you no.
they're not going to say, oh, you're not going to get this. Their job is to say, listen,
Right.
Stick with us. We're going to do our best. We're going to fight for you. We want you to get the pieces that you want. They're very hard to get. They may take time. We only get 2 a year. All the things that they like to say, but at the end of the day, their job is not to disappoint you. Their job is to keep you like on the hook is like a negative term, but like still excited about the brand because it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's not a 50-yard dash. You're going to become a collector for decades over your lifetime.
Yeah. I think he was slightly delusional, but I don't think it was only him. I think somebody, whether it was his buddies saying, oh, this can happen, trust us, or if it was the AD itself, someone steered him that direction. So for him to something had to happen where he realized this isn't happening, and he responded in rage and anger, which I have gone through the same thing with my ADs. So I totally understand. I'm putting his whole journey on one side of the fence. On the other side of the fence, he made a lot of good points about the codes, about the offshores being too
but
big.
we will never see that commentary because he pulled the videos. Everybody watching right now, and probably tens of thousands of other people, never had a chance to see his, what many people might say are very logical and cohesive arguments.
And his arguments were, okay, so if I want a jumbo as my second piece, which we all agree is delusional, I have to buy a watch that I don't like, the code, and then I have to buy a watch that's too big for me. Fuck this. I'm not going to go on the journey, which is what we've been telling people for a long time. If you can't afford the journey, if you can't eat that financial impact that going on the journey is going to be, assuming that these aren't pieces you actually love and would wear, which he said, I don't love the code and the offshore is too big, so we know that he's not going to want those watches, then don't go on that journey. And I'm glad that he came to the conclusions he did. I kind of wish that for his sake, he would have just got the 15.5.10 blue as a favor and enjoyed that piece because it is a sick piece. But again, his blunder was publicizing that, but we got to move on. He made some good points. I'm Team Jizzo.
I think we're all.
It is what it is.
I think we're all Team Jizz Club. We were uniquely positioned, I think, to welcome him into our community and to give him the right kind of guidance and tutelage to help him be a winner at the game. Like you said, the biggest mistake he made, and one of his first of many, was betraying that guy who was his in. We all know that if you can get a warm introduction to an AD from a reference, especially like a VIP client or an important client, that's a very great way to introduce yourself to the brand.
It is.
But then to
I wouldn't use the word betrayal. He's a young guy. He was excited, and
is
his whole
excited.
channel is about people's journeys, and he was sharing his journey. I just don't think he understood, I think the excitement was so grand, he didn't even think about the other reaction. The collectors that have been waiting for 3 or 4 years, the people that have been told, oh, we've never seen a blue dial in the past year. These are very hard to get. How that would look, right? I don't think he even considered that. Again, he's young. He was super excited. It's what his
Yep.
channel is about, sharing journeys. He was simply sharing his.
Yeah. And certain things really, are not for public consumption. It gets very territorial. Remember one of the things that Yoni said when he was talking about the 5 rules of getting a watch at retail: don't compare yourself to other collectors. Don't compare yourself to other customers. It is the kiss of death. Nothing will drive more rage in you than when you say, well, how come I'm getting this and that person? So he probably upset a huge amount of his own network of collectors by going online and saying, I have someone who's going to help me get a 15,510 Royal Oak as my first piece. And the fact that you spent hundreds of thousands with AP, or you've bought many watches from AP, or you've been loyal to AP for decades, that doesn't matter because I'm going to jump the line. And that does rub people the wrong way. So to put that out in public like that was the first of many very serious miscalculations.
Yeah, it was. I mean, and I don't think he did it intentionally. I don't think he was being malicious. I just think that the excitement was there. It was serving the purpose of his channel, and he made the video. And I look, I don't think he expected the reaction that it got.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other blunder was, well, yeah, I just used the word blunder. When people kind of like corrected him and checked him, like, hey, dude, like, the hell, instead of being like, ah, shit, you guys are right, he leaned into it and he was like, haters, people are jealous. No. People aren't jealous. I mean, we aren't, at least.
No,
I think most of us in our group are beyond a blue Royal Oak.
Way beyond, yeah.
It's not a thing of jealousy. It's a thing of optics, and how do you maneuver these watch journeys? And one of the things you don't do is, if you get an in, you kind of keep that to yourself, because again, it will upset a lot of people. Like, listen, let's just say the Boston crew said, hey, Diego, I know you tried on Brody's Jumbo and you really liked it. We pulled some strings. They're going to get you a Jumbo as your first piece. We vouch for you.
Mm-hmm.
The last thing in the world I would ever do is go and make a video talking about how I got a Jumbo as my first AP. And here's how.
Yeah.
I've got these buddies in Boston and they hooked me up. Can you imagine what would happen not only to Boston and MJ, but to the sales associates, to the store? The amount of phone calls they would get if that story took traction. Who's this Diego in Atlanta that you guys fucking, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
that is not,
of course.
You can't do that. You just can't.
Let's see here. Speedy, thank you for killing the stream by getting the video pulled. Let's see.
Link for ZD. He was saying that he dropped a clarification video, by the way.
Yeah. But if you could just let me know the name of that clarification video on YouTube, if it's a YouTube short or a YouTube video, just if you could really help me by being very prescriptive so I could find it, I'm happy to pull it up. OC, if you're going to base your entire show on mocking someone's video, for God's sake, download it first. Didn't Curly teach you anything? I actually have YouTube Premium, and I could have, but I don't think you can download shorts. Maybe you can. Oh, you can. I didn't download them.
Yeah, but what are you going to use, like Windows Media Player? I mean, what the hell are we doing here?
Yeah, what are we? I mean, come on. We're not. This isn't a professional clip reaction channel like the Franchise Club. America 5726 says he was comparing himself to Drake. I'm not sure if I got that, but maybe you're right. Even Drake, like myself, couldn't get an AP collaboration. Don't you know who my daddy is. Yeah, there's a little bit of that.
I think what he was saying, I think we all agree that AP's been kind of weird the past year and a half. Great releases. They've had amazing releases, but the marketing has been kind of weird. And I think that Jizzo, he saw all that, but he kind of put it aside because he had the in, right? He had his buddies that are VIPs. He's like, all right, yeah, whatever. Not my
Yeah, whatever.
problem. I'm about
I'm
to
gonna get a Royal Oak. Yeah.
I'm gonna get a Royal Oak and I'm gonna get a jumbo. Not my issue. But when that got pulled away, his eyes were wide open and he saw all that stuff. And when you're angry, you lash out. And that's one of the things that he was commenting on was like, AP has changed. Someone like Drake, if they wanted a collab, it probably wouldn't happen. Ilaria is on record saying that she's not a big fan of these collabs, right? So,
true.
But what is she a fan of? Well, apparently, to Jizzo's point, diamond-studded codes and introducing more women into the brand, and the 38 chrono, or I'm sorry, the 30 perpetual that we all agree is being marketed as a women's piece. That is not the AP that I think Jizzo thought he loved. And I think this opportunity getting pulled away from him, it opened his eyes to all of that. You know,
right.
He made some good points.
So let's keep going. By the way, I don't think he learned his lesson because when he got the Rolex, which his story is, and some are questioning the authenticity of his story. He said basically he walked into the Rolex authorized dealer and walked out with a watch. He did a video where he showed the box and said, "Listen, I'm not going to publicize this because I've learned my lesson. And there's certain things that should be public and certain things that should be private." Right? And what did he do? Within hours, the ink wasn't even dry on the receipt from the AD, and who knows if he bought it himself or somebody else bought it for him and gave it to him, or we don't even know any of that. But before the ink was even dry, he did another video where he showed that it was a Panda Daytona. So like even when he knows that there are certain things that he's doing that are antagonizing people, that rub people the wrong way, he said, "Listen, I got a Panda Daytona at retail as my first watch just because I walked in and randomly got it." There's no way that story is true, by the way. But even if it is, he has to understand that he's putting that AD in a tremendously difficult position.
Listen, he's young. And look, I remember when I got the Aquanaut.
Yes.
And I went online and I said, "Look what I got." You know what happened? My sales associate got phone calls.
Yeah.
Because believe it or not, some other people watched the unboxing that I wasn't aware of. When I got the Panda as my second Rolex from the AD, what did I do? I jumped on a stream and I told the story. I put that AD in a weird position because there are people that have spent 6 figures on jewelry and watches, and they've been told that these are impossible to get. My Panda story, I don't know Jizzo's, but I think it's very similar. I sent a text. I asked for it as a joke, and within an hour, my sales associate reached out and said, "Here it is." And I shared all of that. And so is Jizzo doing the same thing I did? He is. And is he young? He is. And was I naive and stupid in doing the same thing? I was. So I can empathize with him. I understand it. You know why I did it, OC? I did it out of excitement, right?
Yeah.
I did it out of like wanting to share the story with friends and people that, would be interested to hear it. I don't think he's doing anything different. I just think that I'm surprised that he didn't learn from the AP story, that because I didn't get any visceral response, right, when I did the Aquanaut. So when I did the Panda, whatever, status quo. But he had such a visceral response to the AP story. I'm surprised that with the Panda, and it's again, he got a big favor. That he
Huge
just went
favor.
He just went out and did the exact same thing.
Exact same thing. And I got tons of messages saying, "What the fuck? I've been waiting a year and a half," or "I put my name on the list in April 2023 for the new 126-500, and I've bought 3 watches already, and here are the watches I bought." And someone sent me a message, I spent over $150,000 with my AD. and I've been waiting for this watch for years. Those are the kinds of stories that when they hear, it's not jealousy, it is frustration, it is I'm not sure what to call it, but it's like no one's not rooting for anybody to not get the watch that they want or get the watch they want. It's about being respectful and humble about it. And in this case, maybe keeping it to yourself a little bit. And I'm the fact that he has such a that he's not an unknown person on social media. He does have some kind of social media presence. That should be a cause for concern, and he should be very, very careful and discreet about what he does online, especially when it comes to publicizing watches that he is requesting and getting. Maybe he should just stick to, and these are videos that you say that he does where he talks about other people's collections or other people's journeys. He should probably stick to that and not talk about his own personal stuff so much, because that's going to get him in hot water time and time again, my opinion. Vimal says, compare this guy to how Nico handled it yesterday. Well, Nico Leonard is a guy with millions of subscribers, very successful YouTuber, also at a different stage in his life. It all comes down to age and maturity and life experience. Difference between being self-made and trust fund. I don't know what this kid's background is. Maybe he's rich, maybe he's not. I don't know. Let's see here. He keeps taking down and putting up new videos. Interesting. He just put up a clarifying video. Let me see if I can find that one. Yiddish Liberwachi. What's up, Yiddish? I think you formerly the Ghost of Yiddish Gambino, now Yiddish Liberwachi. OC Jizzo just posted to his Instagram members a voice chat that he was told by higher ups that the brands talk to each other and he should only speak positively about the brands. What a fucking tool.
Oh, so he got a message. So ooh.
Yeah. I also have it on good authority that you saw the videos or the two posts that he made on the social media a couple of days ago, right?
Yeah, that was just a little jab.
A little jab. The jab was fine, but they were funny. But they were not well received by certain people. Certain people in Boston did not like those stories, and they reacted swiftly. Listen, you gotta be very, very careful when you do something when you make veiled threats, or even if they're in jest, or even if they're all in good fun. You got to be very, very careful, because you don't know what kind of powerful friends that person has on the other side. Got to be very, very careful about that.
I got to hit the gym, but I'll leave by saying this. I think his whole premise of the collector journeys, I think it's a great idea. I hope he continues that.
He should continue doing those. Yep.
I wish him nothing but the best in his journeys. And I would just say, hopefully take what's happened as a lesson, use it in the future, and keep using your connections, man. If you've got them, if you've smoked them, if you've got them, keep doing it. Just, I don't know. Just, you gotta look at the optics of, if I share this, what does it mean for my connections? What does it mean for the brand? Like, just gotta be a little bit more careful, unfortunately, because people do get jealous. And you know what? Rightfully so. If I was told, we haven't seen this blue Royal Oak forever, they're impossible to get, or that's like piece number 3, I'd be upset too. So he should be able to understand why he got the reaction he did, and just use this as a lesson. I don't think he's a bad kid,
No. Listen, this is the kind of place that takes young collectors like that and helps them avoid the pitfalls. And there are many, many pitfalls in this watch collecting hobby. And I think we have an opportunity to kind of bring him under our wing and have him be a part of our network of smart collectors. And I think he's going to be successful and thrive. With
and
our tutelage.
Honestly, I don't even know if he needs us. Seems like he's got a pretty good crew of friends. I just think, I think a little bit of maturing will go a long way for him. He's got a good product. He's a good kid. I
Good
wish him
kid.
nothing but the best.
Starting his career, and I think he's going to do well. And listen, this watch collecting hobby's a marathon. You know, and he's going to make a couple of mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes along the way, but his mistakes are going to get amplified because he's putting them out on social media. So he needs to be very, very careful about what he says, what he does, and how he says it as well.
Yep.
And so those are all the life lessons that we're happy to help him with.
Yep. All right. Hey, ZD should jump on. He's a great panelist.
CD's a great panelist.
Always
Yes, I
has a
agree.
great insight. So I will be listening. See you guys.
Okay. Thank you, Diego M. Listen, we have the best panelists. Very few panelists because they're afraid to be seen with Satan, but but when you're not afraid to jump on, they definitely provide the right kind of insight. Okay, I'm going to his stories now. Let me see. Is it stories on Instagram or shorts on YouTube? Just let me know. It's in his recent video in his stories. Okay, hold on a second. Let me see if I can find it. Hang it. Hold on. Let me see if I can do it. Which one, like what is the title of it? If you could just let me know the title, that'd be helpful because I don't want to pull up the wrong thing. I just don't want to waste time. I'm not about wasting time, guys. You know that. I like to get right to it. I don't like to delay and procrastinate. I wouldn't, by the way, Yiddish Liberwachi. I agree with everything you said, like except the what a fucking tool part. I mean, listen, a lot of the stuff that he's done is delusional. It's cringeworthy, but he's learning. He's a new kid on social media. Social media is tough, guys. Social media is brutal. Everyone knows what I've been through on social media. It's crazy. By the way, if I haven't said hi to you in the chat, throw in a new comment, and I'm happy to say hi to you. I see ZD there. We've got that, and listen, this is an open platform, so we welcome all comments. That newbie GT, welcome to the channel. Don't hate the player, hate the game. He's leveraging his TikTok, Instagram, and brand to get allocations. I respect the hustle. Everybody respects using all the tools available at your disposal to show retailers and brands that you're a true enthusiast, that you're a true collector. If you're a true collector, if you're genuine and authentic, that will come through. If you're not genuine and you're not authentic, that will come through pretty quickly to those retailers and to those brands. So yeah, don't hate the player, but you got to play the game. You do have to play the game, or you will be exposed. You will be exposed. Got Mikey in the chat. What's up, Mikey? Member of the OC channel. Thank you for being here in the chat. Evening, OC and crew. Got some catching up to do. Yeah, well, the video's unavailable. Yank the video. By the way, Brody, General Counsel of Original the Brand LLC. If I get in any legal hot water, Brody bails me out. Diego isn't worthy of an AP. That's true. That's true. Diego does not have an AP. I recuse myself on commenting on whether or not he's worthy. I think he's worthy. He's worthy of an AP. Is he worthy of a Royal Oak as his first piece? I'll let you guys discuss. Gatsby, we got the Canadian crew in the house. Gatsby, member of the OC channel. Jizzo is a child. Look, he's a young man, young guy starting out. Anyone with half a brain knows that if you have the assistance of someone on the inside, you don't discuss it publicly. He couldn't resist the need to brag it to the world. Yeah, and he did it with the AP. Well, I have a connection that works at AP Corporate. I'll be able to get the 15,510 no problem from retail. It's my first piece. And it's like, my friends keep telling me I'm not a 15,510 guy. I'm a 16,202 guy. Why? Because it's even harder to get and even more desirable and goes for even more over retail. The jig is up. The jig is up. And then he made the same mistake with the Panda. I mean, his first instincts were correct. Like, you know what? I shouldn't talk about this publicly. Guys, good news. I got a Rolex. You know, that should have been it. I'm super thrilled that I got a new Rolex. Maybe at some point in the future I'll talk about it, and leave it at that. He did a video and said that, like, hey, you know what? I shouldn't be talking about this. I will not be talking about this publicly. It's definitely not going to be a good thing if I mention it publicly. And then an hour later, did a video where oh, look, it's the Panda. It's the Panda. I got the Panda. I jumped the line. I walked in and got it at retail as my first watch. He didn't learn. He didn't learn. But maybe now it's starting to sink in. You know, I got the Panda. Watch collecting is ultimately a collaborative yet independent sport. Yes, that's right. I mean, it's fun to collaborate with colleagues, but at the end of the day, like it's every man for himself. Delusional fantasist is part of the course. Is Bruce G, member of the OC channel. What's up, Bruce G? Okay, his last story. Is it, ZD, if you can just confirm to me that it's the one that has him with the Patek Philippe logo and some kind of comment on top. Is that correct? Is that correct? Just confirm and I will pull it up. Guys, we have over 60 people watching. We have 57 to 58 now on YouTube. Okay, which one is it? 58 on YouTube, and we've got 2 on Grindr, and now only 1 on the PlayStation 3. It's him with a hood. I don't. Him with the hood. Is it the one that says, "What is your favorite watch?" In this, I mean, I need a name, like a title. Title. I need a title, guys. Hold on a second. Oh, the one with the hood. In the stories. Hold on a second. Boom and boom. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. Help me out, guys. Maybe I'm blocked. Maybe I'm blocked. With the Ed sweatshirt on, talking a lot. Talking taut the camera. Ed sweatshirt on. This is on Instagram. The Ed sweatshirt. I don't know what that is. I don't see it. Someone want to jump on and help? Nope. I don't see anything. Drop a link in the chat. Someone drop a link. Yeah, I need more description than that. The Ed, I don't know what the Ed sweatshirt is. I don't know what that means. What color is it? I'm not playing any of the videos unless I know what it is. Guys, this is the original OC channel. Smartwatch Talk for the Smart Collector. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. Enable all notifications. We do live streams without warning. We cover the watch industry, the watch hobby, new releases, breaking news, what's going on in social media in the world of watches. We pull no punches here. We keep it real. And we do it with high entertainment value and quite a bit of satire and comedy. It's all in good fun. It's all in good fun. Anyone wants to jump on the panel? The link is pinned at the top of the chat. Otherwise, I'll kill the stream. I'll kill it. I got nothing else to talk about. I just want to do a quick stream where we talk about this. We just talk about the latest salvo in the world of Jizzo Club. The chat is dead. Are there a bunch of lurkers out there? There's 0 people in the chat. Absolutely 0 people in the chat commenting. We've got David Goncalves. Is the code 1159 really a bad watch? Who said it was a bad watch? Who said it was a bad watch? I certainly didn't say that. I happen to think It's a pretty cool watch. There, I think one of Jiz's mistakes is going online, going on social media and saying that he didn't like the code and he didn't like the offshore. That's not a smart thing to do when the brand wants to encourage people to discover the code and to discover the offshore. Let me pull up the collection, the code 1159. There's some codes that I really think are pretty damn cool. So for example, check these out. We got the star wheel. We've got the white gold star wheel. We've got the rose gold star wheel. We've got the code 1159 chronograph. These are good. Now the question may be, are these a tad overpriced? Are they expensive? Yeah, they're expensive. No doubt about it. But some of these are really good looking watches. These are flyback chronographs. They've iterated them over the years. They've removed the awkward 1269 on the dials. They've cleaned up. They've made them very clean. They moved the date to the 3 o'clock on the time and date only models. They've introduced stainless steel. They've introduced a smaller version. They've got really great straps. I think these are good watches. Check this out. Let's now are they expensive? 27,400. The thing is, if you want to be a fan of AP, you've got to be rich, right? Like if I go walk into a Ferrari dealership and I say, "Hey, do you have something for 45,000?" They're gonna be like, "Dude, go to Toyota or go to Kia or Hyundai." Or we don't have those kinds of cars. If you want to be into a luxury brand like AP, they have different price points, but the entry-level price point for a watch like this is 27,400, so 30,000 with tax. You can't complain about the price if you want to buy luxury goods, right? So it's not a bad watch. It's a very good watch. Precious metals are good. And by the way, they're an incredible bargain on secondary. Buy them on secondary. You can buy a pre-owned one. Ghost Yiddish Liberwachi. Several codes are very cool. And the perpetuals are very cool. The star wheels are cool. Some of the Fume dial chronographs, all at secondary market prices, because at retail they're toxic. Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know about toxic. If you want to develop a relationship with the brand, maybe you, if you're the kind of person that likes buying direct from the retailer and you don't like used maybe some people don't like used watches, you know? Some people don't like used watch. They want to buy brand new. Doesn't matter if it's more or less than a used watch, right? The Vacheron Overseas over the code 1159 at that price. The Vacheron Overseas is a great watch. Yeah. And see, the thing with the Vacheron Overseas is it comes with a full metal bracelet and interchangeable bracelets. You know, so it does have that. And yeah, it's more of a sporty watch, the Overseas. Depends on where you want to go. And DocBig says the codes are beautiful. So no one is providing me any update on which video it is. Hold on a second. Let me just check something. Let me go to his Instagram. Let me just see if I can see if there's anything there. Nope, I don't see anything. Don't see anything. I do see a story no longer available, a recent one. Boom, it gone. It gone. I'll show you what I see here in his stories. It gone. Story no longer available. The story is no longer available. I'm calling to see if you have a story available. It gone. No, but there is a lot of good codes. Yeah, they're expensive. They're expensive, David. Welcome to the channel, by the way. Make sure you're subscribed, which is cool. Make sure you have notifications enabled. I think that's it. I mean, unless there is a legitimate update, I can see his Instagram story. It's the latest one. Maybe he's blocked you seeing his stories. Okay, by the latest one, let me see what that means. Do, 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 do. The latest Instagram story I see is one with a code 11, a woman's hand with a code 1159 with like a jade, like a green tourbillon. That's the last Instagram story that I see. That's the last Instagram story on Jizzo Club. If you see a different one, that maybe it's restricted. So let me know if you could come on, if you jump on the panel, you can share your Instagram and you can actually show it, because I don't see it. I'll check here. Instagram stories. Bear with me. I don't see anything. Don't see it. The code 1159 is a great watch. Problem is that Audemars Piguet makes it feel like a consolation prize, positioning it as a stepping stone piece. Shout out to Diego M., who coined that term, a stepping stone towards a royal oak. You're absolutely right, Gatsby. Absolutely right. They should be putting the code 1159 on celebrities' wrists. They should be promoting the code 1159. They should be doing events for code 1159 collectors. They should be rewarding people who buy the code 1159. They should be, don't ever give the code 1159 to someone who doesn't want it. And by the way, there's no evidence. I mean, the sales associates are trying to do their job as best they can. So when they offer the code 1159 to someone, they don't want to offer it to someone who wants to flip it. That was another one of Jizz Club's mistakes. Is he said, "Lo, I'll buy the code in the offshore and I'll flip them." Essentially, is what he's saying. Like, I'll buy them for my friends and family. That's basically code word for I won't wear them myself. I'll buy them and flip them. And that's a huge red flag. That's one of the reasons why he was blacklisted. Blacklisted for saying that he was going to be flipping watches. There are plenty of people. So the SA's job is to weed out those kinds of people and to just sell to people who actually like the code and will love it and wear it, and not sell it. And there are plenty of people who do love the code. Now, there are some people who are not truthful in their answers, and they tell their SA that they love the code when in reality they're just buying it to kind of get purchase history, because in the SA's mind, there is a logic to rewarding collectors who have multiple watches and long histories, rewarding them with better watches. So it kind of creates this weird dynamic, right? Okay, with that being said, I don't think there's anything else for me to talk about. I wanted to do a stream talking about Jizz Club, and I did, and I covered everything, and I don't see anything else on his stories. But I'll just go back and check again, refresh. Okay, boom, I got it. Here we go. We've got the new story. Hang in there. Are you ready? Let's go. I had to refresh. I had to refresh a couple times. Let me see if I can back this up. And let's do it. Ready?
If I didn't miss you, baby. Alrighty, guys, I got a few calls from the higher ups and from some older collectors who are fortunately looking out for me. So thank you to my OGs. And I just want to retract any of my previous statements about, the current trajectory of AP and how I.
Oh, what was that? What was that? Oh, no. Okay, hold on a second. Let me see if I can get that back. What the heck happened? Let me find it again. I can't pause it.
Alrighty, guys, I got a few calls from the higher ups and from some older collectors who are fortunately looking out for me. So thank you to my OGs. And I just want to retract any of my previous statements about, the current trajectory of AP and how I think, it's, not the best trajectory. I do want to clarify that, no negativity to the brand. I still got love for Royal Oaks and, definitely not shitting on the brand. And I just want to let you guys know it's just, I will be, exploring different brands, but that doesn't mean I dislike AP. No negativity at all. Just wanted to clarify that.
That's his clarification.
So shout out to my OGs for making some calls, and apologies to the higher ups if the video circulated. Yeah, it's all good here.
What a terrible video. Oh my God. Holy, let me see if I can, I'm going to just move to a different screen real quick and see if I can actually download this. That wasn't a good retraction. Let me see if I can download it. Bear with me for a second here. No, I don't think I can download the shorts. But like there's a lot of what he said that's not really smart. There's some things that he said that was not smart. Let's go back to it.
Alrighty, guys, I got a few calls from the higher ups and from some.
I got some calls from the higher ups. In other words, like, hey, some collector friends of mine told me, like, hey, dude, how many fuck ups can you possibly make in a 48-hour period? I mean, please. A lot of fuck ups here.
Older collectors.
Hey, I'm only 73. But I don't look a day over 67. Come on, man. I'm not that old. Okay, yeah, there's some older collectors calling him out. Listen, I'd like to think that we're doing it from a place of support. Are we doing it with a little bit of spice and sarcasm and, satire and comedy and all? Yeah. But, you're on social media. You should be able to take that kind of stuff. You have to have a thick skin when you're on social media or on YouTube. So he should know that. And he'll get that thick skin with maturity and with age. But so yeah, some older collectors are going to help him. We will take him under his wing, guys. Make no mistake. We can make a commitment right here and now. We will take him under our wing and help him actually do better. Gatsby says AP can't suck and blow at the same time. You can't tell someone that the watch they want is a third piece and at the same time tell them they can't flip the ones that they need to buy along the way. This is an important sentiment that a lot of collectors feel. They feel that frustration of being told, oh, cool, well, you don't have to buy these things, but wink, wink, if you buy them, we'll give you the Royal Oak. It's a very interesting conversation. Boston Collector is very, very knowledgeable about this subject. I can't talk about the watches that he got. Can't talk about it publicly. See, but that's the difference between Jizzo and Boston Collector. Boston Collector gets APs, and he doesn't have to unbox every single one of them, right? Because he knows, it's he knows that like it's a dicey topic. This dude just keeps digging deeper and deeper. First rule when you're in the hole with a shovel, stop digging. He's talking about you, OC older. Yeah, okay. I'm a lot older. I'm probably like 4 times his age. Maybe even 5 times. He just wants to date other brands. Maybe he's on like Hinge. He's on like a dating app for watches. He needs you to he needs your public expertise. I'm happy to help, Doc Mick. I'm on this guy's side, but you can't do post after post after post without consulting with the experts. And he keeps posting stuff and then retracting, posting and deleting. He's making a lot of big mistakes. But that's what, he's young. Listen, I made a ton of mistakes when I was young too. But he's got to understand, like if he wants to get the best pieces, you got to be humble. You got to be humble. You have to build a network of real collectors. I mean, real, genuine collectors who are going to help you. Yeah, the older collectors and the higher ups. That's right. You can't, don't pull the videos down. Listen. Now I understand. See, now there's context why he pulled them down. Someone told him like, "Hey, dude, this is stupid," and he listened for a first time. That's good. That's progress, guys. That's progress. He actually listened. There was a lot of big missteps that he made over the last 48 hours. Really, really bad ones. Where he acted impulsively and posted some stuff that was really not well thought out. And he learned very, very quickly. He learned very, very quickly that there are certain things you can't say or do in this hobby. Don't use that word, Gatsby. Please don't type that word in the chat. YouTube doesn't like that. I think Jizzo could really use an expert media consultant, a master manipulator. I'm happy to help. You might say, I'm happy to help. Come on, Speedy, clean it up. What did you do, Speedy? Did you say something bad in the chat? Speedy, you can't say that. Be careful, Speedy. Thank you for whoever deleted his comment. We don't like to censor people, but got it. Also, like, I'm just going to delete your comment, Gatsby. Now that we showed it, just want to don't type in that J word with that particular spelling. Cool. Thank Gatsby. It's an OG OC rep. Yeah. I know. I get it. The young. Listen, let's not talk about that. All right, but there's some things here where he fucked up. He fucked up again. Believe it or not, he fucked up again.
Are fortunately looking out for me, so thank.
It's good to have people looking out for you. I'm glad you're listening.
Thank you to my OGs, and I just want to retract any of my previous statements about, the current trajectory of AP and how I think, it's, not the best trajectory.
Listen, he's retracting the fact that he said them, but he still believes them. Okay, so he believes them. He's doing a public video where he says, "Listen, I still believe that AP's on the wrong track. That they're and the problem isn't that he thinks that they're on the wrong track. Okay, if he honestly believes that their marketing sucks and that they're associated with LGBTQ, and that their strategy of catering to women is wrong, or whatever he thinks the strategy is. The issue isn't that he thinks those things, it's that why is he saying those things now in the last 24 hours versus the last 2 years that he was lusting after the Royal Oak? What happened in the last 24 hours to make you change your mind and say, you know what, you no longer support AP? What is it that happened in the last 24 hours that was the straw that broke the camel's back, where you say, oh, I don't support AP anymore? Now, it could have been like, hey, shit, I found that I'm blacklisted, so I'm going to fucking burn AP to the ground. And I'm going to pretend like, oh, well, you know what? I didn't want you after all.
I do want to clarify that, no negativity to the brand.
No negativity at all. It's just that no negativity. It's just that I demand a Royal Oak as my first watch. Oh, wait a minute. No. I'm not a 15.510 guy. I'm a 16.202 guy. I demand a 16.202 as my first watch from retail. I don't like codes. I don't like offshores. I won't buy those. I'll flip them by gifting them to my friends and family. I don't like your marketing, and I think your strategy sucks. But I'm a huge fan of the brand. But no negativity. I'm not negative. He's still trashing the brand after he got fucking bitch slapped by AP, and they said, dude, you're not all that in a bag of chips. Newsflash, a lot of collectors have been reaching out to us, and they don't think we should be working with you. No offense to you, my friend, but the last thing we need is fucking a lot of heat on us. We already have enough heat on us as it is, but we don't need additional heat of you going on fucking social media and talking about how you got the Royal Oak as your first watch. They're not going to make the same mistake that the Rolex dealer did. Believe me, they're getting quite the backlash. But before this story's over, he's probably going to pull the story. How many mistakes is this kid going to make? This is not a retraction. This is again, hubris, lack of maturity, lack of life experience. He actually thinks this is a good apology.
I still got love for Royal Oaks, and
I don't have. By the way, I don't have love for AP. I have love for Royal Oaks only. I have love for Royal Oaks. Before it was like I'm the biggest AP fan in the world. I would love to collaborate with AP. I want to partner with AP. I'm going to be Team AP for life. It's a long-term journey. I love the relationship with. Now it's no longer AP. Now I don't give a fuck about AP. I just want a Royal Oak. Fuck.
Definitely
the facial
not
expressions
shitting on the brand, and I just
I'm not shitting on the brand at all, by the way, but I don't support AP anymore. I only support Royal Oaks at retail, and only the hard to get ones, and only the ones that go for over retail in the secondary market. Get fucked. Jizzo, you have to do a humble apology. Why are you still you got to stop making these kinds of mistakes. You got to stop making these fucking unforced errors. If your collectors aren't helping you with your social media strategy, we're here to help. We know what to do. Believe me, we've handled damage control for far worse situations than yours, and those have come out squeaky clean. You need damage control. You need OC crisis management. Reach out to me. I'm happy to talk to you. No fees. Happy to do it. Just as one much older collector and higher up to a young aspirational collector.
want to let you guys know it's just I will be, you know, exploring different brands, but that doesn't mean
Oh, in other words, fuck off, AP. I'm going to take my business elsewhere. I'm going to take my incredible persona, my YouTube persona, my social media douchebag personality. I'm going to go to other brands. You just lost out. I'm going to newsflash to AP. I'm going to explore other brands. I don't think he learned anything. Did he learn anything? Holy shit. This is content gold, guys. Content gold. This is what's known as a fighting retreat. I don't know. It's a delusional. I don't think this is even a retreat. This is a disaster. This could be worse than the original video. Oh my god, he's gonna pull this video. He's gonna pull it. He's gonna pull this one. Translation, says Vamir. Sugar daddies called and yelled at me for hurting their relationship. I retract my statement. I don't know if you call them sugar daddies, but you know, older collectors, you know, enthusiasts who kind of looking out for him. This kid is literally OC is gonna inspire a retraction to the retraction. He probably needs to do a retract. Guy, Jizz, stop posting videos. You're not helping. Let me, you know, what's that? You know, when you call your lawyer, what do they say? They say, don't make any statements to the cops. don't say anything. Wait for your lawyer to get you. Listen, you need more help. You need crisis management. You're not good on your own, my friend. You're making way too many missteps within a very short period of time. You know, he's young. He's enthusiastic. He's passionate about watches. He's got good hair. He's got a lot of things going for him. A lot of things going for him. But yeah, he needs help with the social media strategy. This isn't helping. Go back to doing the journey videos and not personal videos about yourself. You need a cooling off period. You're not helping. You're not helping. See, this is again the hubris sinking in. The hubris. I'm going to take myself. I'm so important that I'm going to go look at other brands, and I don't care about AP anymore. That's how it comes across. It's condescending. It's not good. You should be kissing AP's ass and asking for an apology. They had every right to blacklist you. Every right to blacklist you for what you did. You should be humble and apologize. A sincere apology. Not this. Not like, I'm going to take my ball and run. I'm taking my ball and I'm going to run somewhere else. Gatsby says, remember the good old days when public figures ran things by their publicists before they made fools of themselves publicly. Yeah, I remember those good old days. I wish more people would think before they spoke. Buckley says he made a retraction saying a recap of his feelings. I guess they don't teach common sense in boarding school. I went to a private elementary school. I didn't go to a boarding school. Like I didn't go to a private boarding school for high school. I have nothing against people who go to private boarding schools. I have nothing against people who go to super nice colleges. You know, Ivy League. I support all my friends who have Ivy League educations. But you know, after that, then you need real world experience. And this is the time. You're young. You're going to learn. You're going to get it. You're going to get it. You don't do a retraction where you double down on what you said, but you say, I'm sorry I posted it, but now I'm saying it again. And AP sucks. And by the way, I'm going to take my ball and run away because I'm butthurt. I'm Team AP, says Yiddish Liberace. I'm Team AP. I've owned the Millenary, the Offshore, the Code, the Jules Audemars, etc. also supporting the brand. I support expanding the brand to try and capture more women buyers. Rolex sells more Lady Datejust than anything else. That's true. And all Ilaria Resta is trying to do in her team is say, listen, if there's money to be made selling expensive luxury watches to women, we want our fair share. We don't want Rolex and Cartier to have it all. We'd like to have our fair share too. But they have to do it in a way that attracts new female customers without antagonizing their loyal VIP male customers. That's the delicate balance. Do I know how to do that? I mean, I'm a brand. I'm an expert on corporate branding. So yeah, I could probably help, but I'm not going to. I'm way too expensive. I'm retired. I'm not going to fucking go back to work. I do live streams for fun. This is too much fun. But I'm not going to go back into corporate branding. But I have offered this before. I will offer it again. If Ilaria Resta or the CMO of AP want to meet with me and a team of 3 or 4 mega collectors in New York City, take a meeting, do a focus group, we will tell you the straight shit. Happily do it. We'll do it free of charge. I'll commandeer Buckley and a couple other experts. And we'll tell Ilaria exactly what to do. We'll turn the code around. We'll fix the marketing. We'll fix the retail experience. We'll do it all in about 2 hours, in a 2-hour dinner. And I'll pick up the tab too. How about that? I don't want AP buying dinner. I don't want to owe AP anything. No free trips to La Brassou for OC. I will not be accepting free trips to La Brassou. Daddy's executive assistant usually does the cleanup and the NDAs. The breathing, says Diego M, is the best. The breathing, the clogged nose. I hope he doesn't have a medical issue because the nose is like very, very clogged. And he talks like that. I hope everything is okay with the sinuses. I really do. Let's go back to the beginning here and back to the beginning.
Alrighty, guys, I got a few calls from the higher ups and from some older collectors who are fortunately looking out for me. So thank you to my OGs. And I just want to retract any of my previous statements about, the current trajectory of AP and how I think, it's, not the best trajectory. I do want to clarify that, no negativity to the brand. I still got love for Royal Oaks and, definitely not shitting on the brand. And I just want to let you guys know it's just, I will be, exploring different brands, but that doesn't mean I dislike AP. No negativity at all.
No.
Just wanted to clarify that. So
no offense taken.
Huge shout out to my OGs for making some calls and
Shout out.
Apologies to the higher ups if the video circulated. It's all good here.
It's all good. It's all good, guys. I did it. I retracted. I did what you said. Oh my God.
Alrighty, guys. I got a few calls from the higher up.
A few calls, guys. Oh, Jizzo. Come to, listen. You want to meet up? We'll meet up in Boston if you want. We'll meet up. Listen, Boston's my town. New York's my town. Come to New York. We'll treat you like a king. We'll welcome you to New York with open arms. We'll take care. Listen, we'll make sure you get a warm reception in New York or Boston. Listen, if you ever want to be treated well in Boston or New York, just let me know. I'll take care of it. Don't, we got your back. Rose is in the chat. Rose knows how to deliver the truth bombs. Boom, the truth bombs in the chat. No one ever accomplished anything using the words my passion or my network. This kid isn't even a joke. He is a caricature of a joke. Rose, he's young. He's gonna make mistakes. He's young. He's enthusiastic. He's passionate about watches. He's got great hair. Look at the hair. I wish I had hair like that. Look at that great product. See, my hair looks. I made it worse. I can't. I look like fucking bozo. Fuck. He's got incredible hair. Listen, he's got a lot of things going for him, guys. He's not a joke. He's not. He's just young, and we can help him. We can help him. We really can. He's the poster child for school vouchers. I don't even know what that means, but it's pretty fucking funny. Maybe you're referring to me. Vimal's like, hey, Vimal, OC is the poster child for school vouchers. Buckley, I wonder if it's set in yet that he's blacklisted. Yeah, he knows. He knows. That's the reason why he's kind of going scorched earth. Yeah, he's black. He knows he's blacklisted. Buckley, jump on the panel. Come on, there's no excuse. Jump on for 10 minutes and tell us how you feel. Everyone's scared to jump on and be seen with Satan. I get it. Guilt by association. No one wants to be collateral damage. OC, who will realize they're blacklisted first? Clown Ken or Jizzo? Jizzo. Jizzo for sure will learn that he's blacklisted and understand that he's blacklisted far sooner. Something tells me he's going to be talking about Jorn and how much he loves Jorn next week. Yeah, we're going to get a Jorn. Like, guys, I want to tell you, I'm in love with a new brand called FP Jorn. I really, really love what's like a super hard to get watch. I really love the Chronometra Souverain, but only the black label. Only the black label. Or I like the Resonance, the black label Resonance from FP Jorn. And I'd love to get that as my first piece. It will really be awesome because it'll show that the brand has trust in me and that they maybe want to work with me with future collaborations, future partnership. I'll return the favor. Gatsby says, how great would it be after all this if AP released a new Cactus Jizzo special edition? What would a Cactus Jizzo look like? What would the dial look like? I'm scared to think about what would be on the dial. Enrique Pena, greetings OCN community. This is the best watch community in the world here. Good to see you in the chat. Mikey says link for Nico and his opinion on that. No, Nico's he's busy. He's a busy guy. Walks into Patek. I'm not a hit it and quit it kind of guy. I'm getting a 5167. That's the Patek Philippe Aquanaut, time only in steel. Getting a 5167 as a first watch would mean the world to me. Plus, Patek needs my 20,000 sub network. Yes, right. He's going to help out. He's going to return it. He's going to return the good favor 100-fold. He's going to return it 100-fold. The breathing in this is his tell. It's hilarious. Okay, let's analyze the breathing. Let's analyze the breathing. I won't interrupt.
And from some older collectors who are fortunately looking out for me. So thank you to my OGs. And I just want to retract any of my previous statements about, the current trajectory of AP and how I think, it's, not the best trajectory. I do want to clarify that, no negativity to the brand. I still got love for Royal Oaks and, definitely not shitting on the brand. And I just want to let you guys know it's just I will be, exploring different brands, but that doesn't mean I dislike AP. No negativity at all. Just wanted to clarify that. So huge shout out to my OGs for making some calls and apologies to the higher ups if the video circulated. It's all good here.
It's all good, guys. Oh man. Listen, this has been a fun analysis. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna give the I'll stay on for 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes. And then I'm gonna skedaddle. Unless there's a big fat super chat or someone jumps on the panel. Stop being squeamish in the chat. Jump on the panel. Give us your opinion. Help guide this guy in the right direction. Help guide this young lad. You know, we have a lot of what do you call it? Jedis. We've got a lot of like watch Jedis in the chat. Come help this young Padawan in his journey to discover the Force. You know, to harness the powers of the Force. You know, feel the Force. We can help him. We can help him hone his powers. I'm going to be exploring different brands, FP Jorn and Reshepi. That's right. That's exactly it. You know, just to meet with Francois and get a Resonance Black Label as my first watch would mean the world to me. It would really mean that they put the trust in the Jizz network. Guys, I have a huge appetite for FP Jorn. I think I'm a Black Label guy. No disrespect to the other models. You can feel it coming. You can call it. I mean, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Matthias is in the chat, CEO of the Watch Colony Channel Network. First time this kid's been told no. I think he's been told no before. I'm not a huge line sport fan, but I'll buy them for my friends and family. I'm a Miss Elegant guy. I want the Miss Elegant. Oh my gosh. Enrique says, OC, I watched your stream on the Phillips auction. The Patek went to my home, Puerto Rico. 1 million. Yeah, $1 million. 1 million bidding. Yep. Thank you, Enrique. All right, we're going to let the stream go for 7 more minutes. 7 more. In case you just joined us, this is the original OC channel, Smart Watch Talk for the Smart Collector. That's the slogan. Got to drop the branding in there. Vimal coming in hot with the flamingo blue highlighted comment. He's being blacklisted at FP Jorn as we speak. Mr. Ghost, you can't use the J word in the chat. Type your comment again, but without the J word. Thank you. Yeah, he's gonna get blacklisted at Jorn. I'm surprised he didn't. I'm surprised he got. He's probably blacklisted at Rolex too. By the way, wearing counterfeit hoodies is not a smart move. If I can give you another piece of advice, I'm happy to give you as much free advice as possible. Okay, but one piece of advice that I think is important is that you should not.
Alrighty, guys, I got a few calls from the higher ups and
You should not wear counterfeit
from some older
Rolex
collectors who are fortunately
apparel.
looking.
Wearing counterfeit Rolex apparel is not a good idea. There you go. Do not wear counterfeit Rolex. That's not something that ingratiates you to the brand, by the way. You're wearing counterfeit fucking Rolex hoodies. Air King Ben, member of the OC channel, 5 days till Dubai. That's right. I am leaving for Dubai. What's today? Tuesday? What's today's date? Yes, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's it. 5 days. In 5 days, I am leaving here for Dubai. And it's going to be fun. I will live stream everything from Dubai. No, that's not true. You guys know I'm not going to do that. But I will be meeting up with Air King Ben and Chalk Flew Up and Logan Hall and CQ the Watch Guy, Luxury Souk, the Dubai expat, so many incredible people at Dubai Watch Week and all of the events that we have planned. Air King Ben, the return of Air King Ben coming in 5 days. Mikey says, this looks like he's trolling the old collector higher-ups with his full head of hair. British micro brand videos coming. No, he's not going to do. He's kind of like, I really, really love Roger Smith and George Daniels. Please. Vamir says, by the end of the year, guys, I'm truly a Garmin guy. No disrespect to watch collectors, but it's not for me. I was always a tech connoisseur, and Garmin appeals to me. Yeah, maybe. I hope he doesn't get discouraged. I hope we can help guide him on the right path to watch hobby utopia. 3-minute warning. 3-minute warning. I will be ending the stream in 3 minutes. $2 super chats extend the stream by 2 minutes. $5 super chats extend the stream by 5 minutes. Or if somebody jumps on the panel. And that's it. I will not be going on much further. I've covered all the topics that I wanted to cover. Okay? There's nothing else I want to talk about. We've covered, and this stream will be going members only. The stream will be going members only. So, like, if you're not a member now, become a member immediately. Enjoy the perks of original OC channel membership, or upgrade your membership. I'll drop the link to the memberships in the chat. Buckley is so scared. Buckley, don't be afraid to jump on. Jump on for 5 minutes and tell your opinion. He's scared. He might listen. On second thought, Brody, don't jump. Buckley, don't jump on. He might get too spicy for YouTube. This guy for sure this guy shows up at Jorn and says his hobbies are Netflix, XRP, and slaying pussy. Oh my God. John Lee's in the chat. What's up, John Lee? Got MJ, member of the OC channel in chat. MJ is like the measured conservative voice in our community. All right, 2-minute warning, guys. 2-minute warning. I will end the stream in 2 minutes because I think we covered everything. I want to thank all of you guys for watching. You can start to leave if you want to. Yeah, start to leave. The stream may continue for another hour or two, but I'm not going to. Probably not. Probably. We covered everything. This is the retraction video. The retraction. This is the full retraction right here. Okay?
Looking out for me, so thank you to my OGs. And I just want to retract any of my previous statements about, the current trajectory of AP and how I think, it's, not the best trajectory. I do want to clarify that, no negativity to the brand. I still got
No
love
offense.
for
No
Royal
offense
Oaks, and definitely not shitting on the brand. And I just want to let you guys know it's just I will be exploring different brands, but that doesn't mean I dislike AP. No negativity at all. Just wanted to clarify that. Yeah. So huge shout out to my OGs for making some calls.
Yeah, he fucked himself. He fucked himself. That's it. He fucked himself. All right. Last warning. If nobody jumps on in 10 seconds, I'm going to end the stream. I'm not fucking around, guys. I mean it. So 10-second warning. 10, 9. If there's no super chat or no one jumps on the panel, I'm ending the stream. I don't care. Do I care there's 50 people watching who need content? They need to be entertained? No, I don't care. I'm doing this for fun. I can't do it. I can't do it without panelists. I need guests. I need guests and super chats. ZD, welcome to the panel.
Hello.
It's been an eventful last couple of days here.
It really has. You've been keeping your community up on all of it, and we all greatly appreciate the service you provide.
Listen, it's not fun. A lot of times it isn't fun. I put myself in harm's way doing these things. I was threatened. I was threatened on social media. There were people who came after me, but luckily those people saw the errors of their ways, and they saw it quickly, and they realized it was a big miscalculation to do that. Okay, Lau, you're on the panel. I yield the floor to the distinguished gentleman from California, right?
Yes.
I hereby yield the balance and remainder of my time to the distinguished gentleman from California. ZD, what say you about this whole saga of the AP and the Daytona and then
I think
publishing
everything.
going?
I
Yeah, go
think
ahead.
everything that you've said has been perfect. I think what Diego said was really spot on as well. I think that he's just like a young dude doing what like young people do in a world that is a bit probably more foreign to some of us in your community who perhaps index in a bit of an older skew, and have learned certain things the hard ways and didn't have the opportunities to make such stupid mistakes in such a public forum around things like this, which is all kind of dumb to begin with, in our youth, because for me there was none of this stuff when I was young, or started my journeys with multiple brands. So I didn't have the platform to go out. I agree. I actually, when I kind of first discovered this guy, I really dug his sort of journey collection videos. I thought it was like a very fun way in a very crowded environment of watch content to sort of like make your claim. We all love to see people's watch collections. We all love to hear the insights of how they got them. There was a real honesty, albeit often through the film of an anonymous collector, of how they got what and what they spent and how they did it. I thought that was really cool. I always thought the AP stuff was very cringe. I always thought that it felt very odd and just like weird, like this sort of like uh the I don't know, just like how, as the kids would say, how thirsty he was, and just like all the ridiculousness around collaborations and dreams. But like, it was fun for him to be able to sort of put himself out there. It's just, the whole thing's crazy, and I too thought the panda thing, I'm a little bit split on that to a degree, because especially with Rolex, like, there is no brand where it's more fake, and there is no brand where you are more apt the opportunity to walk into an authorized dealer and be handed a Panda Daytona as your first allocation if they like you or for some reason, than in that brand, because it's a bunch of independent dealers, some whom have more locations than others. they just kind of make the call. It's the manager at each place. It's sort of like whatever. So I think it was really pulling back the curtain on that. But no one in your community should be surprised, because
Nope.
we know that at any major AD, it's not like a really small mom and pop one. They probably have 3 Panda Daytonas in the safe. They just do, and they almost certainly do, because they all got shipped here in April to beat the tariffs.
That's right.
So, this should not be a surprising thing. But I think, what I've learned in my life, whether it be through trying to create relationships in the watch world, or just the business in general, or personal relationships, is discretion is always serves you better than being out, loud and proud with, the things you're trying to do and accomplish. It never works out. It's hard because the guy's coming up building his quote unquote brand through journeys and relationships and all this sort of stuff. So like it's a little counterintuitive, and he got caught up. But this is what it is to be young.
Indeed, I agree with you. Like if I could put a category around some of the AP stuff that he was doing, it was like it's a combination of desperation and delusion. It's like he just seemed so eager and
Yeah.
so
I
like begging, like so desperate to become a part of AP, and then at the same time was coupled with this grand delusion that of course they're going to want to partner with me, and of course I'll be working with them on collaborations, and of course all of these things. So it's a very odd kind of public stance that he had.
I m- for me, for what AP is doing, I'm thrilled that they're trying to attract more female clients, because all the watches that they are building around attracting female clients are actually the ones that fit me the best, the 38 and the 37 millimeter. So I say, keep going, AP. Bring it on. I'm looking
Bring it
for
on.
a 38 millimeter steel code, and more, 37 millimeter, Royal Oaks that don't have diamonds in them, but have other interesting complications. That's what works for me in my
Yeah,
in my journey.
Yeah, they have a 38 millimeter code, but it's precious metal only right now, correct?
Exactly, precious metal only. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
and
which is
they have to offer a variety of the straps, because right now they offer them on the very unisex. They're not even unisex. It's like full female looking alligator
yeah,
gloss straps that make it look like these are definitely
totally.
like totally female watches, which is they would be helpful if they position those as male watches with
Yeah,
the
those
same kind of
the
straps that you find on the mesh straps you
totally
find on the bigger ones. Yeah.
that 38 millimeter perpetual calendar. I mean, it's way too expensive for me, but like that's a dream. Like what a dream watch. So,
To dream. AP should offer you that as your first piece.
but always, I'm always, I
Would you
want to.
would you help them with collaborations?
I went into my local and I pitched them a specific dial color I'd like for my 38. I want a piece unique. I don't want a collaboration. I want my own piece unique, with my initials on the rotor, and some sort of starry sky with, like, my wife's birthday like hidden amongst the stars, and some sort of thing. So we'll see.
What do you make ZD of the retraction video? How do you think he did on the retraction video? How
Not
would you
not
rate his damage control?
zero. Like a true zero. Like, you can't uncork, you can't recork that bottle, or whatever the right
No.
saying is. It's like, I don't know, like, it's just, the whole thing was like, I think when you started the stream, I posted that he had sort of like kind of gone totally off the rails with the first video. It was like crazy. It's I don't know. I just, like, it's so funny. It's almost like not not
Not
real.
funny.
I don't know. I mean, it's just like,
Yeah.
what were you doing? Like, you have done a great job for yourself, like, actually, like, undeniably, whether you were ever going to get the jumbo, or the
I wish
for
people would
the
have seen the two-minute clips that
yeah,
he published this morning.
yeah, they were
They were like
wild.
they were
It was
wild.
it was wild. What was wild, just kind of because, like ultimately, like, this whole thing that we love is like totally stupid, but it is a super small environment. and you without question like have been, putting forward, the brand in a really sort of passionate light. You're showcasing members' watches. Like there is someone, definitely not the CMO, but there's like somebody in their marketing group in the United States that's like seen these videos. Like I interned at a candy factory once in the early 2000s, and like
Mhm.
they were like, and this was like the internet was just starting, and they were like, look for our candy online, see if anybody's doing anything with our candy. And I'm like, the meaning I just simply mentioned, like, because the brands are paying attention, like they always are. And so
Mhm.
someone was paying attention. So whether they liked what you were doing or didn't like what you were doing, like you had they were aware of your existence. And so, um, like to sort of like turn around like that in a complete 180 and just sort of, I don't know, it's shocking. It was
Yeah.
really wild. I thought it was so funny. And by the
I
way,
mean,
just
yeah.
like leaning into like and the interesting thing is it felt like so deeply inauthentic in that, like, if you are someone who has, if you're like a long AP collector, and and you've bought a lot of watches in the brand, and you don't particularly like where the brand is going, or you don't feel welcomed at the brand, whatever it is that we hear, you've sort of intimated that, like, you've spoken to people that feel that way, and longtime collectors are feeling a bit shut out in the cold, and
Mhm.
blah blah blah. Like if you're one, like, it almost felt like he was being puppeted by those people. He had sat down with two of them and they were just like, this sucks and did it. And he's like, you're right, they suck. I'm gonna go say all this stuff that I've never heard before right now. Like, it was very random and like out of the blue and sort of whipsaw.
Mhm.
So
I don't I
um
don't think I don't think that there was any kind of revelation. I just think that, he was
No,
pa
not
he
for,
was
I mean, it's been talked about on this channel for a very long time. Whether
yeah,
you feel that way or don't, it has been a point of view in that specific collector community, you
yeah,
know.
and for him to suddenly, have an epiphany, like, "Oh, guys, all of a sudden, I don't like their marketing direction." That didn't come from other people. It
The
came
the
from the fact that he was emotional and passionate and butthurt over, like, the realization that, "Hey, I fucked up big time with AP. I had a friend that introduced me. They did a warm handoff. I got a nice intro into them. I fucked it up by fucking publicizing it, and,
the
instead of, like, quietly fading away and working his magic in private, leveraging his network and his good contacts, he just blew it all up and got blacklisted, and then now he's gonna burn down the AP house as a
one
result.
once again, the quote unquote journey in any of these brands is fucking impossible if you are not like fabulously wealthy, because whether it's Audemars Piguet or except for Rolex, okay, because whether it's Audemars Piguet or whether it's Vacheron, the brand of the year, or whether it's FP Journe or whether it's Patek, like, you start to go from your base piece at in AP now is 27 grand, right? A time only code is 27 grand. And
Mhm.
then you get your, let's say you actually get a Royal Oak as your second allocation. Okay, so that's 29 grand. All of a sudden, now you get the chronograph. Okay, so that's 33 grand. All of a sudden, you start looking around, and the next thing up is $77,000, right? Like $100,000. It goes to a level very quickly where building a deep level of a collection is really expensive. Oh, you want a ceramic? Great. 78 grand. Like the 34 millimeter is, $50,000. You want a Star Wheel? Cool, 64 grand.
Mm.
Patek, it's the same thing. Calatravas are $40,000 now. So,
Yep.
like, you got to buy $250,000 worth of watches to get your $34,000 Aquanaut. It's just like, it's really hard. And Journe, they don't even publish the prices, but obviously, like, those watches don't start at a particularly cheap place. So,
Right.
Rolex, cool. Get your date justs, you get your OPs, get your GMTs, get your subs, Maybe you buy one gold piece for 50 grand. Maybe you buy a woman's, a date just for 17.5. You can like hang around in the like teens and maybe buy one big piece, and you can like build a real terrific Rolex collection. But you're having to buy a lot of things to probably get that Panda, but you can buy at a certain price point.
Well, not
These
him,
other,
not him. He was
not
able.
not
He
the,
was able. Not he
and
skipped
by
the
the way,
line.
and I think that's fantastic. And I actually, other than the way he handled it, I think it's great. Good for him. Well, we're all out here trying to take an
Yeah.
angle.
Listen, there's not a single person in our community that wouldn't congratulate him and celebrate him on getting a steel white dial Daytona. It's just that but everyone has whether it's my 40th birthday coming up or my 20th wedding anniversary or I bought this from you or I'm a doctor, I'm a lawyer. You use every tool at your disposal. If he had a friend, introduce him, and he got a warm introduction to a particular AD, and they said, okay, as a favor to this guy who's a very big customer who buys a lot of jewelry or whatever, he wants to wants us to sell this guy a watch. We'll do it as a favor to them.
Yep.
Then all more power to him. We would all celebrate again and congratulate him. But when you're on social media, you have to understand the repercussions of
Yeah.
putting that out. We've all talked. I've talked to my ads about they don't want people writing Google reviews.
Of course
saying
not. Yeah, totally.
thank you so much for when Benny gave me my Nautilus 5726 is my first watch from Patek. I really appreciate it. He said did such a good job taking care of me. He put me ahead of so many other customers. They don't want. They're not going to. That's the last thing they need is a spotlight being shown on the allocation process, which is this murky. They're better things. Certain things are better done in secret.
Totally. Yeah. I mean, I went to a watch meetup 6 months ago at a boutique, an IWC boutique, and I was meeting with a few guys, and I didn't know a lot of them. We were just kind of like bullshitting, and a guy had told me that he was, trying to get a sub out of a local Rolex AD that I'd shopped at previously, and he's like, "I've been waiting 2 years for a no date sub." You know, I didn't say to him, I got one in a few months. I did say to him, I've got one watch from them once and I've never been able to get anything out of them ever again, But like, I had a very different experience than him. Like, on the one watch that he really wanted, I was able to like walk in there and like bullshit with the person who became my sales associate and, got offered of the watch I wanted, which was that. And that was fantastic. And I thought it was going to be like a great, fruitful relationship. And it hasn't been. And he's a nice guy and I like my AD, but like, I've never been able to get anything I've ever wanted out of him ever again. So like, these are the way these things go sometimes. But I was like, I felt bad, in that moment that this gentleman, was struggling to get, what should be something that like shouldn't break your back, that you shouldn't have to like hustle around like crazy to get.
Vimal, by the way, agrees with you. ZD is spot on. You have to be bringing in 7 figures a year to keep that journey going with some of these brands, for sure. You got to be rich. You got to be rich and successful, and that leads to the question: how is Jizzo buying these watches if he just graduated? I think I don't know a lot about his personal life, but I think he just graduated college and works at, I'm not sure what he does for a living, rental car agency. I think he works in some kind of, I don't actually, it doesn't even matter, but he's probably just starting out his career. And it is a legitimate question. By the way, if we were actually guiding him on his, as giving him the best, not just watch advice, but life advice, it might be, spending $20,000 every 6 months on watches might be the wrong thing to do from an investment perspective, a long-term investment perspective. Maybe that should be going into your 401k where it becomes compound interest. And when you turn 35 and 40 and 45 and 50, you're successful enough to be able to do whatever you want instead of blowing your money on watches. Now he's buying watches that go for over retail,
Yeah, he
but
totally did it right. I mean, the truth is, I have no idea what his financials are, and I understand from his social media that he has a job, and not that 15 grand is nothing, because of course 15 grand is a lot of money or
it's a lot of
whatever,
money.
a lot of money.
It's
But
a lot of
like,
money. It's like,
when you
yeah,
do
go ahead.
think about like the zenith of the zenith of the normal person Rolex, which is to say, like, you're not getting like the Tiger Daytona or the Giraffe Daytona, the sort of the complete off catalog pieces. Like the zenith of like the normal Rolex journey is what he got as his first piece. So like, and if you
Where's he
comp
going to
that,
go? Yeah.
where's he gonna, if you're gonna comp that to the other most sought after brands, I don't know what the zenith of a Journe collector would be, but I promise you it's not $15,000. Same
Right.
with, like some, whatever the jumbo costs, is, I don't know, 35, 40 grand, for a time only jumbo, or, same, if you want the Vacheron, overseas, or the 222, or whatever people would consider to be this sort of
Right.
zenith of a sports watch, and that kind of thing is like 26 to 32 grand. So like, he knocked it out of the park.
Well, which is why authorized dealers and brands typically won't sell super desirable watches to, 22-year-old kids unless they're very wealthy. They come from a wealthy family or they have a trust fund or whatever, because they know that in order for them to continue, for them to continue to buy watches on a regular basis, all of a sudden they've spent 150 grand on watches. What do you know anybody fresh out of school with $100,000 student loan who should be spending $150,000 on watches instead of pouring that money into, again, buying a home, investments, legitimate investments to make sure that they are prepared for the future? That's, even if you're buying watches that don't lose money, unless he's prepared to sell, he's never going to be able to capitalize on the value of those watches. Yeah, he's going to be able to wear them and enjoy them, but that's a different experience for someone who's 35 or 40 or 45 or 50 versus someone who's 22. Oh, look, I'm wearing a Panda Daytona at 22. Meanwhile, that 15,000 would have turned into 100,000 by the time he's 50 years old. He's not going to get $100,000 return on a used fucking beat up Daytona.
No, but you live once. I mean,
What live
his
live
long,
once, but he's, if he wants to do this with AP and Patek and
yeah,
Journe and Reshep and all, he's going to end up with $150,000 collection. And he's
yeah.
not,
No, I look, I think
if he
about it for
if he can
myself
afford it, if he
personally.
can afford it, all the power to him. But if he's on his own, then it's a big mistake to spend that much money so early on watches.
I think about it all the time in terms of like what you're what you're buying, when you're buying it, what it means for what you could buy down the road. And, if you're someone who has a voracious appetite for watches, and you're trying to create relationships around various brands, you never know when you may get a call. I got a Patek call at the top of this year for the 5212, which you own and lovingly
Yep.
show to your audience. I had to say no, and that bummed me out, hardcore. But I
Mhm.
couldn't do it. I just like I was not in a position to do it, and my guess would be that AD won't call me again, and that is life. I could have probably done it. I should say I most certainly could have done it, but it would have been
Yep.
distinctly irresponsible, and I chose to not do it.
Yeah, it's the awkward situation when something that you've requested comes in
Totally.
because they want you to follow through on your word. Like, hey, like
Yeah.
I probably went to bat with like we had a Monday morning meeting. I said, don't worry, we got ZD. He wants this
Yeah.
watch. I'll give it to me, and I'll make sure he gets that we sell it. And then he goes back to his boss at the end of the day. He goes, oh yeah, turns out he can't. He doesn't want to do it. Makes him look like his credibility's on the line. Wait a minute, your job is to know your customers. Don't tell me the customer wants the watch and I give you the watch to sell to him, and all of a sudden you have an excuse. That's not fun for them. So this
Totally.
is
Yeah.
the weird political
Yeah.
dynamics of the AD SA relationship and with the customer.
Yeah, life is always about timing, so I mean, that's how I look.
Speaking of timing, what we'll do is we will thank Jizzo for letting us play his comment from his content from Instagram. I'm sorry that he pulled, but now I understand the context of why he pulled the videos from YouTube and from all the other social media platforms. I get it now. I said it was like a bitch move, but now that we have full context, I realize why he did it. I support why he did it. I wish the apology would have been more humble and a little bit less doubling down on, I'm giving AP the boot and I don't like their marketing. He should have been. He needs damage control advice, ZD. More damage control advice. We can help him with crisis management, and we can help him by avoiding the social media crises in the first place.
I think he should just go back to doing exactly what he was doing, which was making videos that people like.
Not talking about himself, not talking about his own personal journey, just talking about the other people's journeys. Let them talk about their.
That's how you end up with big collector friends, is because everybody loves to talk about what they did. And be a good listener. That's what people always say. Like, be a good listener. And that allowed him to connect with people that had great collections that probably would have put him in a great situation to get that AP if he had just played it cool. He would have been dreaming big. He could have accomplished all his dreams, I would say.
And listen, this is an open invitation if Jizzo's watching, and there's a good chance that he is. Like, who do you think the collectors were that called him and said, "Hey, take this down"? There are people who were watching my channel, going, "Hey, you're being rigged over the coals here. What? We're just finding out that you put up a video where you said this about AP. What the fuck? Like, dude, pull it down. It's being covered on live stream to all the biggest collectors in New York and around the world. So." I have no doubt that his people are watching. If he's watching right now, wants to jump on the after show, happy to talk to him. No hard feelings. Everything that we do here is constructive. It's about helping our fellow collector do a better job navigating the very complex journey with the pitfalls and all that stuff. So, VIP after show's coming up, and let's do a quick. Let's see. We'll do a quick outro. How about that? Quick outro will be fun. Boom. Quick outro. AP themed. Thank you guys for watching. I'll put the live stream on the way out. Thank you, ZD, for jumping on the panel. Thank you, Diego M, for jumping on the panel. Thank you for all the great comments and great insight in the chat. Thank you to Andy Lewis, to Raj G, and to Vimal for the super chats. Thank you to all my great members, including ZD, all the incredible members. Peace out, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Un des leitmotifs d'ici, c'est que l'étape ultime de la complexité est la simplicité. L'envie était très forte d'aller à l'extrême. On a toujours aimé travailler sur des produits extrêmes, des produits disruptifs.
Chaque nouveau développement RD, c'est un véritable challenge.